Well, good evening and welcome to the Banks Homes Riverside for the Vitality Blast clash between Durham and Derbyshire. Well, news is that Durham are still alive in the competition as they come out onto the pitch, having won the toss and electing to bat first. Graham Clark and Alex Lees. But if Durham win their remaining two games and Essex lose their last two games, then Durham can finish as one of the best third place in the group. It's all hearsay, but they'll need to take care of business tonight. Well, they've taken care of business so far at the toss, and they've won the toss and elected to bat first. And we'll go through the team news. Graham Clark, Alex Lees, Ben McKinney, Colin Ackerman, Ollie Robinson, Casey Aldridge, Ben Rain comes in for Luke Robinson, Bryden Cast, Matthew Potts, Nathan Souter and Callum Parkinson. So a pretty settled side. And for the visitors, the Falcons, we have Aaron Donald is captain and wicketkeeper. We've got Anderson, Harry Kane, Wayne Madsen, Matthew Montgomery, Ross Whiteley, who seems to have been around forever. We've got Yusuf bin Naeem, Nick Potts, Jack Morley, Sufyan Mokim and Akif Javed. So a few new names for me there. Gordon Mutchell, welcome.
Thanks, Ash, and well pronounced there. Some difficult
Well, I probably
names
got them wrong, but we'll see how we go.
Sounded very confident, we'll go with it. Yes, but we're still in the competition, Ash. Fingers crossed. Don't wish bad on anyone, but Essex could just lose their last two games and we can put on a performance tonight and then go to Lancashire with it all to play for.
They could do us a little favour, couldn't they? Some thuds into the pad of Lees. First ball. Morley opening the bowling. Left arm round the wicket. And one of the real highlights of this season has been this opening partnership.
Absolutely, Ash, and we talk about it all the time. Every time these guys get off to a good start, it puts Durham in a great position. And Alex Lees in particular has had a real stellar season.
It's interesting, this is the same pitch that the girls played on earlier. There was a little bit of turn, so it may just hold up, and I think that's why Alex Lees has won the toss and decided to bat first. Clark hammers that into the offside but won't beat the fielder. Tidy start so far for the Falcons. This one slapped away, but again I think it's hit Madsen hard. Just having a look at his hand there. Not what you need early doors. That hard new white ball. That'll just be one as it's hammered down to long on. Our mate Ross Whiteley down there. Seems to have been around forever. It's a good start this by Jack Morley. Just the two off the over so far, and that's the first one off the bat.
That's it, but Clarkey seems to have found a little bit of rhythm, bit of timing as well, which is good from a Durham point of view. As the field changes now, we've got a deep mid-wicket and a long on, so that leg side's all open. If Alex wants to just tap it in there, nice gap it straight mid-wicket, if you can find that.
I love the length that Morley's bowled there. No step hits, really driving the ball into the pitch. Solid start there, just two from the first over.
Yeah, Ash, in good anticipation there. He knew that was open and he's around quickly to stop that single. So, good start for Derbyshire.
Alex Lees just wafting the bat up and down there, maybe trying to get his rhythm in his backswing.
So it looks a nice crowd tonight, Ash.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night for it, isn't it? It's been a glorious week of weather here in the northeast. Sun's out, probably still in the mid-20s. Montgomery to open the bowling. Well, this is a leading edge. Will it carry to mid-off? It does. And Montgomery picks up the first wicket as Clark goes for one. Excellent start for the Falcons. Not a great start for Durham. They need to win tonight to have any chance of scraping through.
Absolutely. A little bit of in-swing there from Montgomery with his sort of Sonny Narayan grip there. You could see it was seam up in his hand. We have obviously the the monitor here, which was homing in there.
Good catch from Anderson, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Diving
very
forward.
good, never easy diving forward. Hugely disappointing for Durham. It just gives Ben McKinney a good opportunity in the power play. Someone who's obviously highly spoken of, had an absolute great start to the championship. Just gives him a little bit more time to build an innings here. Obviously, he'll be looking to take this power play down as well. But 2 left-handers at the crease might just change the thoughts of the Derbyshire captain now as well.
He's going to come round the wicket to the left-hander and will probably more than likely try and, you mentioned it, that ball swung a little bit. Just trying to check his grip there as it's behind his back.
Spinner.
McKinney punches that down to long on off the back foot to get off the mark.
Yeah, McKinney's had a couple of nice starts, hasn't he, this competition. Be really good to see him get a big score, match-winning score tonight for Durham.
Lees, as we've seen off the back foot, really hit the ball hard down the ground. And this outfield is absolutely rapid.
As Ross Whiteley gets down there, it's definitely a burner when you get
elbows.
down.
Burn them elbows. Long sleeve day. McKinney punches this down the ground for another single. So evident so far that these spinners are really trying to drive the ball into the pitch.
Looks like a seam up this time.
Good call. McKinney rapidly through. About 3 steps and he's down the pitch. It's a pretty good bit of fielding as well. But well run. Tidy start though. 6 on the board for Durham. Last ball of the second over. And again, that ball maybe just holding in the pitch a little bit. A genuine off-spin attempted there. Durham 6 for 1 after 2.
And I think that was a sign of the pitch on Wednesday, was it turned more and more as the game went on. So I think that's positive for Durham. Obviously getting first go on this wicket. And as you say, Ash, though, this outfield is absolutely rapid. So if we can find that gap with this power play, we should get some boundaries.
Continuing with spin, it's worked so far. Jack Morley just 1 off his first over. Can Durham get a couple of boundaries just to get their innings started? And there's a sweep. He doesn't quite catch it. Just be the single.
That's it, and he's just brought that mid-wicket in. No slip with the ball turning in. It'll be interesting to see what McKinney does here. As he eyes up the leg side.
It's the biggest boundary on the ground out to the leg side, probably about 80 yards. Gives himself a little bit of room and punches it down to long on. Derbyshire will be happy with this, just singles at the moment. No damage really being done at the start.
And that's what losing a wicket in that first over as well, or second over, sorry, does. You just got to rein in a little bit. But Durham will definitely be looking to get some boundaries now. It's
the first one that has been pitched up, and it's a brilliant bit of fielding at mid-off. Can't quite see the number on the shirt from here, but that was excellent work.
And with Lees playing that sweep,
Anderson again.
Mid-wicket into sort of backward square leg. He's now gone back to mid-wicket for McKinney, which leaves that sweep open for him.
Well, he slog sweeps this.
Great.
I don't think he's got all of it, but it's gone all the way. Durham's first boundary is a 6. And that is a sign of the power of this young man. As I still think there was another 20 or 30 metres on that if he connected perfectly.
It's a nice habit to have, that, when you don't quite get it and still goes five yards over the rope.
It's a par 3 for me, that.
And that is a nice gap. As that mid-wicket now comes into backward square leg. Try and squeeze him a bit tighter, I think.
That's the length, isn't it? You can't let him get on the front foot. $16 on the board now for Durham.
It's just the odd puff of dust, isn't it? I think
It's
it is
very
going to
dry
turn.
and it's a used pitch. Oh, that's short and hammered away. There's no stopping that one as Lees gets his first boundary. A much better over for Durham. 14 from that one. And all of a sudden that scoreboard's starting a little bit better. 20 for 1 after 3.
Absolutely, and that's that gap we talked about earlier on at sort of straight mid-wicket. The ball turning in, that's your percentage area. 2 really good, strong shots from the Durham batsman.
I think we're going to see a lot of spin tonight, Gordon.
Yes.
They've definitely got more spin options up their sleeve as well, Derbyshire. Bravely starting with 4 overs of spin.
As you say, first over for both these bowlers went really well, so hopefully we can get a hold of Montgomery as well. Oh,
it's a great shot. And it's gone all the way. Second 6 for McKinney. Well, he's done well there. He's got down low. He's got underneath it. The 2 fielders are inside the circle behind square. And all he's really got to do is clear the square leg umpire. And it's a boundary, but it's got a little bit more than that and gone all the way for 6. And that's hit down towards long on. And it is 1 bounce for 4. Long on's a little bit wider. That's nice and straight. It's something I like to see McKinney do, and tell him quite often, if I'm honest, is hit the sight screen and hit it hard.
That's it, and it's the control of these shots as well. I think sometimes he tries to overhit when he first comes in. He's been really composed to the crease so far.
That's quicker ball and hit out into the gap towards Cal corner, and they'll touch, and Lees comes back immediately for a second. Good running from the captain. And although this outfield is quick, there's still some big pockets out there, which you love to see.
Have you got the dimensions, Thorpe?
I haven't. I can get them.
65.
That's normally the size, yeah.
I think it was slightly bigger the other day. That's a great shot
That's
as well.
a beautiful shot, giving himself room. McKinney probably again not timing it perfectly, but picking the gap, which is the most important thing. Because once you beat the outfield here, it's going to be very tough to chase it down.
That's it, and sort of the second over for both these bowlers so far hasn't quite worked with 2 balls left this over.
I feel it'll force pace in the next over. That step hit back over his head, and that'll be 4 more. McKinney not missing out. And all of a sudden, from a very quiet start, Durham are 40 for 1 with 1 ball of the 4th over remaining. That's how quickly it can change. Ben McKinney's 30 off 11.
And he's accessed different parts of the
Good
ground
areas.
there, not just one area he's looking to go.
That's good batting. Identifying not quite in his arc there and picking up a single. Greedily keeping the strike, which I love. Moves on to 41. He moves on to 31. Alex Lees is 8 from 7. And all of a sudden, that slow start within 2 overs has totally flipped around. Durham going at 10s. 41 for 1. And we are going to see some pace with Javed coming into the attack.
And I noticed when the Durham bowlers were warming up before, they were got a lot of into the pitch slow ball bounces on here. I mean, it looks a very still night, not much wind in those Banks home flags down the far end.
Harry Dixon just having a little snack over there. Just skidded on a little bit there from Javed. I like the line. You don't want to be giving McKinney any width. A sweeper out a deep backward square on both sides. That fashion now, isn't it? Third It's gone very, very square these days. And almost a fly slip on the discs. McKinney works across his stumps but can't beat the fielder. Be disappointed there. Tidy start from Javed. Couple of dots.
That's it. It looks like they are going to try and tuck Ben up here, and it's interesting seeing that mid-wicket tight in on one. Obviously with that backward square leg out there. And that's what builds the pressure. A couple of dot balls.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone across his stumps. And McKinney goes LBW. Hit him right in front of off stump. And McKinney's... Is it a cameo? Is it more than a cameo? He goes for 31 from 15. Durham lose their second wicket. 41 for 2.
Time will tell, Ash, whether that's a cameo that's going to win the game or not. But just tried to open up that leg side there. Came across his stumps and was hit on the big size 12. Looked pretty adjacent from the replay.
Yeah, dead. Absolutely dead. Colin Ackerman, the new batter to the crease. What Durham won't want to do is lose wickets continuously. They need a partnership. That's the way you win these T20 games, is by having a big partnership. One of your batters going on, getting 60, 70, 80.
Absolutely, and Durham have picked a few all-rounders in this, so we'd hope for a bit of a partnership from these two. Obviously in the power play, we've still got to look for those boundaries. And Ackerman, someone who probably hasn't got going as much as you would like this campaign so far, who can be very, very destructive when he gets going though.
Yeah. There's pace on there, thuds into the thigh pad of Ackerman. And will be a leg bite.
He's got a lovely gather, hasn't he? Yeah. Just watching the batsmen, seeing what they're doing so he can alter what his plan is if he needs to. It's a nice start so far.
He's got 1 for none so far, of 4 balls. So a good bowling change from Donald. After his spinners went the journey in the last 2 overs. That's short and pulled, and it's going to be the end of Lee's as well. Not really got going tonight, the skipper. And 42 for 3. Durham in a little bit of trouble here. What a bowling change. 2 for none for Javed.
Absolutely brilliant. Just not sure he cramped, got a little bit cramped there. I don't know if he just held in the wicket. But where Lee's has been really good this year, picking up that short ball over mid-wicket and even sometimes hitting it back straight.
Yeah.
Didn't quite manage to get a hold of that one. In strides Ollie Robinson. A man who's just looked like he's finding a bit more form now as well. Durham will definitely be hoping he gets going tonight.
Yeah, you're right. They're just cramped, Lee's. Almost trying to force the shot. Anderson taking his second catch a lot more comfortable than the first one. Could we have a double wicket maiden here? We're going to, because I think that's leg byes as well. So 2 leg byes off the over. 2 wickets for Javed. He has 2 for none. What a start for him. Durham 43 for 3 after 5.
It's those wickets, Ash. Obviously the runs, 43 is not a problem at this moment. Like I say, with all those all-rounders, them deciding not to go for David Bellingham tonight, we are probably a batter short. So hopefully these two can get going. Bat for 7 or 8 overs. Just create a little bit of a launch pad for those hitters at the end.
There's a lot of depth there, isn't there, in the batting? But like you say, that all-rounder list starts pretty high. A lot of responsibility here on these two shoulders. Nick Potts into the attack. That'll be a wide.
And again, plan A looks like it's going to be into the pitch. Took the batter up.
It's an interesting one. So the pitch, if you have a look, it's just switched off there, but 2 over from Ollie Robinson. That pitch is marked and ready to be played on. You can see there again, hitting the pitch hard. Wouldn't be surprised if it's cross seam as well, Gordon. So that pitch that you can see there to the right is marked and ready to go. And this morning it was talked about that the girls were going to play on this pitch and the lads were going to play on that pitch 2 to the right. But they've decided to play both games on the same pitch. So not sure whose decision that was, but that was word on the street this morning. Ollie Robinson tickles that away, can't beat fine leg, and Ackerman, you feel, with a direct hit, was in trouble there.
That's it. I mean, obviously, Durham have got 2 very, very good spinners. Colin Ackerman to bowl some spin. They might back themselves to outspin. Derbyshire might have come into the think tank there.
Ben Rain, who's more than useful with bowling loads of slower balls as well. This one does beat fine leg and will run away for 4. Lovely touch from Ackerman. He's off the mark with a boundary. Lovely wrist. He's got such a beautiful bat flow to watch.
And when he gets going at the end, he's as destructive as anyone.
And that's what you need. I think you just need one of these batters to be there at kind of that 15 over mark. Because I don't think it's going to get any easier to bat on throughout tonight.
I think it's only going to get worse, if anything.
It's gone through. Little Megs. Will it run away for 4? It does indeed. A little bit of luck. Horrible one for the fielder there, just in front. Should have done better, but Durham will take that all day long. So that brings up the 50. Durham 53 for 3.
And what's just made it worse for short third man there is the pace of this outfield, because he got a good hand on that and it still managed to win the race to the boundary.
The only good thing for him, he wasn't on the boundary when he's misfielded it, because everybody down there will be letting him know. Ackerman hits and runs immediately, and really good. Good backing up in the deep as well. It's tidy, this one from Durham. 11 off the over so far with a ball to go. So you mentioned runs. You take 54 off the power play. I think you'd be happy being 1 or 2 down. Nice drive from Robinson, but won't beat mid-off. That ends the power play. Durham 54 for 3 after 6. Well, 3 really tidy overs and 3 expensive overs in that power play.
That's it, and I think we were only 6 after the first 2, weren't we? Yeah. And that might be something that the Durham batters can take into consideration. You can catch up. If you do get a couple of dots on you, you don't need to panic, because this outfield is absolutely rapid.
Can see there now, end of the power play, just the 4 fielders required in the circle. You've got a backward point to cover a mid-off and a mid-wicket. And you've got sweepers out everywhere else. It's a big gather, isn't it? It's similar to Bride and Cars, where they get that run up and then that long, lopey delivery stride. That's the first run off the bat conceded by Javed. But Ackerman looks in good touch at the moment. 10 off 5. umpires David Milnes and Gareth Cross. Oh, and this one's tickled away fine. And there's no stopping that one from Ollie Robinson, using the pace. And just a sign there how quickly that's run across the outfield for 4. Shoaib Bashir doing the fielding down there. I'm surprised I haven't played him as well. Could have played a whole team of spinners tonight.
It is interesting that he didn't get the nod night with a used pitch, actually. Obviously hasn't played too many of these with the Test series going on. But Derbyshire might have missed a trick there.
It's coming round the wicket now, Keith Jarvard. Driven full toss, but right off the toe of the bat.
That's definitely an area Ollie Robinson will be eyeing up. Beautiful cover driver of the ball. If he can beat that extra cover.
The man at point sweeping on the boundary is very square as well. There's a lot of real estate out there in front of him. If he can beat cover. This one's a thick inside edge where he races through for a single. Ollie Robinson, good running. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you don't fall behind. You keep that ticking over.
It was interesting there, Ash, just watching Ollie Robinson's guard there. With him being such a lovely player through the offside, he was on off stump.
Yeah, you'd think he'd set up on leg, wouldn't you? Especially with the left arm around the wicket. Unless he's thinking about hitting it through mid-wicket, where again there's a big gap.
Yeah.
If you can beat the fielder. It's lovely that from Jarvard, hitting the pitch hard. 1 ball left in the over, just the 6 from it so far.
Giving Ackerman absolutely nothing to work with there.
No length, no width.
No. You'd almost have in the back of your mind that if you can't get your hands through to run it down to third man fine leg possibly, but that was right on the money there.
You can see just trying to give himself a little bit of room there, but great bowling from round the wicket. Ties him up, ends the over. Just the 6 from it. 60 for 3 after 7.
And we've got the helmet on, so it might be spin again. Or possibly.
So the left arm spinner, I think, is going to come on here. Just watching him warm up. Mo Kim. Love a bit of left arm spin. Put the 3rd spin option in just the 8th over, Muchie.
Well, that's it. And obviously with the left-handers, apart from Ben Rain, out, which obviously it'd be nice to have a right left-hander in. Nice tidy little couple of overs here. Again, all out on the leg side. Oh.
Out the back of the hand, first ball, Muchie.
It was, and I think it's just pitched outside leg.
It's pitched a mile outside leg.
It's turned though.
It sure has.
Spin.
And that immediately as a spinner would just make you smile, thinking he hasn't picked that.
I think we might be getting a sweep.
Lays back and cuts this away, out to the sweeper in the deep. Pick up a single. And again,
did you face Brad Hogg very
a few times, yeah.
Was he the same club as you, or?
No, he's at Fremantle. Pretty big rival, really, of Scarborough's, yeah. A very strong side back in the day. Still are. One of the big clubs in Perth district cricket. Ackerman slaps that one down to long off. Tell you what might be difficult, probably for us more than anybody, is picking up that ball on this outfield with the setting sun. pulled, but straight down the ground. It'll be at least one. Ackerman turns and comes back for two. That's brilliant running from Colin Ackerman. Reminds me of the man sitting to my right, that. Gordon Mutchell definitely would have got two there as well. Maybe not these days.
Oh, definitely not these days. My calf went last week in club cricket, so hopefully I can bowl it this Saturday. But I stood his first slip for 45 overs last week, which wasn't the worst thing to be.
A little bit quicker, but forced again off the back foot. Pick up a single. Where are you visiting tomorrow, Muchie?
We've got the mighty Crook tomorrow.
Okay.
So Steve Chapman, ex-Durham player, he prepares the pitch there. Last year he prepared an absolute belter for us.
Pretty good pitch down there. Ackerman just
Good
gets
gap.
across his stumps and gaps nicely. And he'll pick up a couple as Ross Whiteley gets around and does the fielding. Couple of bouncers in with the throw. Will the umpires just... Surprised Milnes is not all over that. The happy David Milnes. Backing up 2 games in a day.
And this heat as well.
Yeah, love it. Former Quicken, Gareth Cross, a former Lancashire wicketkeeper. I think I had a look earlier. 60 odd first class games for Cross.
Yeah, I played a lot against Crossy. He was a
There's
good
the
competitor.
crew. Look at the lads sitting out there in the sun.
Shoes off. That's it, Blandy. Get them feet up.
Nice, John.
They deserve it. They work hard, them boys.
Yeah, you felt for them at that international. Anderson into the attack, and you feel that this could be a good blueprint of how Durham bowl here. You feel medium pace into the pitch. Lots of pace off. Very tall right arm seamer.
That's it, with both fine legs. Third man up. You'd think he was going
pace
to
off.
pace off. Zachman gets back and just drops that into the leg side. I think he's trying to get a little bit square. Again, that pocket
He's going
is
to get
there.
told off here, is he? Whiteley again with a little skimmer. Immediately puts his hand up. Sorry, sir.
I think he was lucky that David Mills has his back room there.
This time he goes pace on. Good Yorker that from Anderson. Look at Milne's double teapot there. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Staring at Harry Kame there, who's thrown that one bounce from about 30 metres out. There's that pace off again. Pushed into the offside. Madsen thinks about throwing and decides against it as there's nobody backing up.
And it's always the team plan, isn't it? Get into the dirt as much as we can, get that ball soft until you get the double teapot off the umpire. Then you have to think again.
It's the daggers. David Milne's daggers. Ollie Robinson stands up nicely and drives. It'll just be another single. So tidy start this from Anderson. 5 singles from the first 5 balls. Will he try and get out of the over with that? Milne's just having a look at the ball there. Not his first barbecue. Again, whipped away into the leg side. Timed nicely. 1 bounce. Down to Whiteley, who ensures that he gets it in on the 1 bounce this time. So 6 singles off the over. Nice start for Anderson. After 9, Durham are 73 for 3.
That's it. I think Durham will be reasonably happy at this point. Obviously, I think par score on here, if they can get 170, they'll be very happy with that.
Yeah, I don't think you need to look that big initially either. I think if you can think 150 and then almost look at kind of a 10 or a 15 run bonus from there on a used pitch. Oh, especially with that one. That has really turned. Beautifully slow out the back of the hand. bamboozling Ackerman. Thankfully, didn't result in his wicket. Goes straight. He goes long, and it hits the Toblerone on the full. Goes all the way for 6. I was just thinking with this guy, Muchie, would you be thinking about playing as almost as a left arm orthodox?
Yes,
spinning away from the bat.
I think you have to, and I think, like you say, Ackerman's thinking if he does get one in his slot and he can take that spin out, he's going to try and maximise. As he pulls the length back again there and just dabs it in the leg side. To think about 2, I think quite rightly, side on 1.
You've just got a little partnership building here, haven't they? You don't want to lose a wicket to a run out.
Absolutely. I think the sort of last couple of home games, they've lost quite a few wickets going big to the leg side against the spinner, where I think you can sort of knock it in there and get your 7, 8 and over by picking up the odd 2. And like you say, if they do over pitch down the ground, would be my line of thinking. Obviously, everyone's got their own method.
Even target maybe through or over cover.
Yes. But it's all about the length, isn't it, when it's turning this much?
Yeah, agree. I like what I see. There's always that excitement with wrist spin, isn't there, as this one's hit out into the pocket. And a good bit of fielding. Keeps that down to 1.
And it is almost that googly that's going more the sort of traditional leg spin, if you're right armour. Is turning, but not quite as much as his googly.
Yeah, his leg spinner seems to be a bit quicker and more into the pitch. That is a wide, is it? Gareth Cross says no. 9 from that over. Ollie Robinson not best pleased. Probably a good call, that, just watching it.
I think it went past the blue line, inside the blue line where you stood on the popping crease.
Right across it, isn't it?
The back crease, it was probably outside. So no, I'm not too against that.
Here we have a hydration break. Ridiculous. T20, get on with it. Halfway stage, Durham 82 for 3.
That's it, and I think the most important thing in that little period in between the power play and the halfway stage, Durham haven't lost a wicket. Robinson 14 off 16, Ackerman 24 off 16, and this is the sort of thing where you look back at the end of the game, this partnership could possibly be the important one. If they can just bat for another sort of 3 overs, 4 overs, and then look to accelerate, just ticking it over, just over sort of 7, 8 and over, I think Durham will be in a really good position to launch then.
Yeah, you want these two batting for as long as possible. Ollie Robinson not quite got going yet, but has been crucial to rebuild, hasn't it, here? Partnership of 40. Shout out to my mate Jack, who was over in Kenya with me from SLT Tours, made the tour unbelievably smooth, thankfully. Because what could go wrong with 26 kids on board? But
well, Ash,
yeah.
I think you had the right game plan. Get through first, and then
leave customs as quick as you can.
Leave it to the people behind. No, it did sound an absolutely outstanding tour.
Yeah, incredible place, Kenya. If anybody ever gets a chance to go and visit, do so.
I did say on comms when you weren't here, I just hoped you were all right, because last time I did see you on a bike in the middle of a safari park. But
yeah,
you've made it back.
That was emotional. I'm still struggling to sit down to this day. But managed to dodge the hyenas and whatever else was out there. Anderson's going to continue. Oh, this is chopped down again. Pace off. I think you'll really see the template here, Gordon. Pace off into the pitch. Looks quite difficult to score.
Absolutely, and that's we've got one of the best to do that in Ben Rain, who's currently sitting 3rd in the economy standings in the whole comp, so he'll be sat in that dugout rubbing his hands, I'm sure.
This one's pace on and clipped away into mid-wicket. It should be at least a couple. And that's the shorter side of the ground out there towards the Bannantines gym. Whiteley's had some work to do in the deep. Pick up a couple. 84 for 3 now. And again, tucks this one away. This one's a bit closer to the fielder, and they'll have to just settle for a single. Yeah, tour plans already in motion for next year. Mucci, maybe not quite as exotic.
So will you look to go away every year and then a big one every 2? Or?
Yeah, maybe Hetton or somewhere. Lovely clip into the leg side, and it's timed badly enough to get a couple, is it? No, Whiteley does well. Does very well to keep that down to 1. Again, it is the shorter side of the ground. Yeah, you want to just keep giving the kids these amazing experiences, and maybe, cycle something big like that through every couple of years, so everyone coming through the programme gets that opportunity. Cut away. Using what little pace there was on the ball. You pick up a couple out. Nick Potts doing the fielding out in the deep.
And that's it, just keep picking up these 2s.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be all boundaries, does it?
Try and eliminate those dot balls. It's amazing. You soon get 8, 9 and over without any risks.
There you go. You tuck that away. And you pick up 4 off the last ball, Gordon. And that 6 run over turns into 10.
Absolutely. Fantastic batting. Colin Ackerman's been there and done it. As we said, he probably hasn't got going as much as you'd like this campaign. But when it's do or die, you want your big players to stand up.
Yeah, 50 partnership between these two as well.
Just 37 balls as well, Ash. They've just accumulated really well, haven't they?
And relatively risk-free. You haven't been a chance given by these two. And you've got to give credit to Robinson, who hasn't been at his fluent best, but has managed to keep getting Ackerman back on strike, which is the key to playing as a team.
Oh, absolutely. As we're looking for a little bit more left-arm spin.
Yeah, Jack Morley back into the attack.
Will he try and look at that extra cover region?
It's tucked away into the leg side. As you can see there, the difference, the amount of time that's taken to travel out to the fielders in the deep. Toughest job here at the Banks Homes Riverside is to field out there on that eastern side boundary, looking right into the sun. Ackerman sweeps. One bounce. It's just a bit nervous there, but he got more of it than I thought, actually. I thought it was going to be a top edge that looped down to deep square, but more controlled.
Morley just driving it in at the pads here, giving them no room to work with.
That's a beautiful shot by Robinson, but the sweeper's well placed in the deep. And just be the single.
And that's another real trademark of Robinson, the way he gets on that back foot. He's so fast on his feet.
Great hands, hasn't he? Generates good power for a little fella. Oh, great hands from Ackerman, but just hits it too well. You almost feel he was looking to try and just drop that under the 30-yard circle and pick up a couple. That's 4 singles off the over. Good start to the over from Morley. Pulled a really tight first over. Excellent length. That excellent length. Trying to hit the top of the stumps. Very difficult to get away. And I like the line as well. Bowling it into the pads.
That's it.
It's a really tidy over that from Morley. Oh my God, does that hit him in the head?
And they've got go.
It's going to be an overthrow. I'm sure that's hit Morley right in the ear or the cheek. I hope he's okay. He seems to be okay as he takes his cap from umpire cross. Not what you need. They're going to have to do a concussion test here, aren't they? Any player hit in the head, you'd feel that the physio is going to have to come on.
I don't think he wants a concussion test, but it's taken out of his hands as the umpires come together.
100%.
And player safety is absolutely paramount.
Yeah,
so right decision.
Yeah, should be as well. That could have been a lot worse. Not what you need. Jack Morley bowled a really tidy over and then got one in the mush for his troubles.
And an overthrow to boot as well. I think there was 6 off that over. But no, as you say, a real tidy over. And it's now getting to this point in the partnership is when to push the trigger and really look to up the ante.
Got some good strikers of the ball to come, Durham. Umpire Mills absolutely laying the law down here. I'm not sure what's going on.
Is he having to go off or no? It looks as if everyone's happy.
A physio running off with his tail between his legs. Mills just enjoys being in charge, doesn't he?
Well, that's it. Some people like to stamp the authority on the game.
He does as well.
And rightly so, they're in charge.
Has done for a long time. But yeah.
How long's Gareth Cross been on the panel? Do you know?
I don't know. That's the first time I've seen him umpiring. But yeah, Mills has been around forever, hasn't he? Nick Potts back into the attack from the Lumley end. Ackerman drives his back at Potts, who does well to field that off his own bowling.
And I don't know if this might be one of the bowlers that Durham try and target here. Seems to hit the pitch quite nicely. Maybe he's not got the variations of some of the other bowlers.
Sam Blacklock on the money. Cross's first year on the panel. Thank you, Sam. Pace off and slapped back, and the stumps have just cost Durham 3 runs. That was hammered back by Ackerman.
It's the fast bowler's dream, the stump out the ground, the batsman's nightmare.
I tell you who was happy with it. It was umpire Mills. That might be the first time he smiled today. That just saved his shins.
Again, targeting straight down the ground.
Oh, that's hit, but hit too well. It's chipped all the way out into the deep. Ollie Robinson has to go for 19. Innings that never really got going, but part of an important partnership with Colin Ackerman. Durham a 99 for 4 halfway through the 13th over.
That's it. He's absolutely timed that out to deep mid-wicket for an easy catch. And like you say, Ash, that was a nice little rebuild for Durham after losing 3 quick wickets. It's Casey Aldridge, I think, is striding to the crease.
Yeah, it is Casey. Hasn't really got going with the bat in this competition as of yet, but it's got a really nice opportunity to bat with Ackerman here and try and push Durham towards that 160 mark. Really is pretty realistic at the moment. But yeah, comfortable catch out in the deep there. Probably as easy as they come as a professional cricketer, that one. Gently clipped. And Montgomery doing the rest. So Potts picking up an important wicket. Here's 1 for 12. You can hear there Casey Aldridge. That's called by Gordon Mutchell. Here's the new batter to the crease. Tall right-hander. This one's clipped away beautifully straight out to Montgomery. And Aldridge is off the mark.
That's it, with Aldridge's first ball, the ball mid-off in.
Brings
Push
up
that
100.
third man back. They're now going back to plan A here with third man fine leg up and the 2 straight man back. Ackerman, who's 36 off 25.
Yeah, we need Ackerman to go deep here.
That's it, you don't want 2 new people at the crease.
Slower ball. Almost whipped away with that strong bottom hand of Ackerman's. Another single. You'd almost just take getting out of the over now without any further damage. Got a couple of overs to reset before a big launch at the end. Like I said, still some powerful hitters to come. You've got Cast, Rain, Potts. And then the engine room of the 2 spinners at the end. Souter and Parkinson. It's whipped away out into the gap. They'll think of a second, but That boundary just isn't big enough out there. Ends the over. Good over. That just 4 runs and a wicket for Potts. 13 overs done, 102 for 4. Great time to bring that mystery spinner back on as well. I think Morley's going to finish off though. If I was Morley, then I'd just go, oh yeah, just got a little bit of a headache. I might need to go off now.
Oh, we've played with plenty of people who've done that. Shivnarine Chandapal was the absolute master of that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a headache for Shiv though, because he'd want to bat the next day.
Well, no, he made sure he could get into bat, but he didn't do any extra fielding, that's for sure.
Love the physio's bed as this is clipped away. And again, Whiteley's done well out there in the deep. How old's Ross Whiteley? Let's have a look. Let's do a bit of Google action.
I'm going to guess,
Go on, guess.
38.
Not far off, Muchie. 37, 38 in September.
He's been a good servant, had a great career, particularly in this format. Very destructive batter. Doesn't bowl anymore, but used to bowl a few overs as well.
He was warming up out there with the ball, but I'm not sure he's going to get a ball tonight. He's a big 6-hitter back in the day, wasn't he? He was one of the monsters. Tucks this away into the deep. I like the pace on this ball, and then we'll come back for a second. Excellent running.
Fantastic running, and Aldridge is one of the quicker runners. They didn't look as if he's moving as freely as he normally does. Hopefully that's just him getting a bit of blood flowing around the body and get nothing too untoward wrong.
Flowing drive, but won't beat Madsen in the covers. Who's had it pretty quiet actually since that early blow in the first over. Still looking at his hand now. This one will be a single. And do you know what? It's a nice little spell that for Jack Morley, who finishes his 4 overs with none for 26. Very tidy indeed.
I'm sure you'd have taken that at the start of the game. Durham again, just rebuilding here before the real launch comes, you feel. And I think it's one of those wickets where I don't know if you can get your hands through the ball quite as cleanly as it has been at the Riverside. And all 190, 200, 220 has been scored here. It's definitely not one of those wickets. The key is Ackerman for me. If he can finish the innings well, I think we're going to get an above par score.
You're still thinking 160s around par, 150, 160?
6 overs, yeah, 9 in over.
It's going to be tough, I think, to get to 160. Have to bat well. Anderson into the attack. Aldridge just happy to clip that away into the leg side for a single. Just need a couple of overs. Had them in the power play, didn't they, where they just went big for 2 overs. If Durham can get almost 25, 30 off 2 overs towards the back end, you feel they're going to be in a decent position. Ackerman cuts away, but this again will find Potts out in the deep. Fires a throw back in.
Does Ackerman still looks as if he's happy to run the ball around. I'm sure he'll have that ball in his mind. Wherever it's in his slot, he's going to try and target the boundary.
I think that's what they've done well. Derbyshire, they haven't really bowled. What they got wrong, they got hit, but they haven't bowled many of them. And again, you can see there how difficult it is for that new batter to come in and time the ball from the start. Pace off from Anderson.
And that's it. And sometimes I think the onus does come on the batter who's just come in to try and look for that boundary. Let Ackerman go along his merry way. So I wouldn't be against Aldridge just setting his feet, loading up on that back hip, ready to fire a big shot here.
Got the shorter boundary to the leg side as well. There's not a lot of breeze here tonight. Seen a few 6s already in this Durham. It's 3 off the top of my head. Maybe 4. Let's have a look. No, 3. 2 to McKinney, 1 to Ackerman, who hit the Toblerones. Ackerman cuts this away behind point. But again, Potts has done some good work out there in the deep.
And that's it. I think Derbyshire bowled very well at the plans, having to set this field, you know, as bad as you're probably looking towards extra cover. We're getting nothing to free our arms, tight to the stumps. That short leg side boundary, hard to pick up the 2s.
And Aldridge heaves this away into the leg side. Gets 1, comes back immediately for 2. That's brilliant running. Brilliant running. But just 6 from that Anderson over, who's been tidy. He's got none for 22 off his 3. Durham after 15, 113 for 4. And just in need of some acceleration here at the back end of this innings. And this is, do you bring on the left arm spinner here just to...
Looks like they have.
Yeah. It's what I would do, just almost force Durham to go at probably one of their best bowlers.
Just can they hold the nerve here? And like I say, just tuck it into them pockets, pick up your 2s. Or does Ackerman have other ideas? Like you said, this is their trump card.
Still got 2 overs left. That's slapped down to long on. Oh, Whiteley does really well. It was brave to dive forward and try and catch that. Excellent work from Whiteley. Gets a high 5 from Jack Morley, who hasn't Chanderpauled off. Sorry, Shiv, if you're watching. Shiv will not be watching.
He'll be asleep.
Yeah. Short into the pitch. Gap. Hammered as he picked the gap. Whiteley dives and does very well again. Had a lot of work to do, Ross Whiteley.
And it looks as if there's one little patch of green grass on this field. You've got to dive on it there.
Yeah, he's lucky.
No, fantastic work. He's covered the ground well.
That's your length,
2,
isn't it? Yeah.
Oh no, there's a man round there.
Just the 1. 5 off this over so far. Durham winning the toss and batting first. What are they learning from this Derbyshire bowling effort?
Oof.
It's got through the lot.
It is not easy out there.
Little flick off the back thigh pad there. Donald does well to get something on that and keep it in front of him.
Aldridge looked to give himself a bit of room here. Be interesting if he goes the other way this time.
Big reverse sweep attempted. Again, tough shot when the pitch is not 100% true.
No.
How slow is he going to bowl this one?
Oh,
Gets across. Is it wides? It is. Umpire crosses, arms are out. And that is a useful 5 to the total in what was turning into a very tidy over. That all of a sudden a 5-run over. It's turned into 10 with the ball to go.
I think the ball is just
I feel a bit unlucky there with the batter going across his stumps.
Does the wide line move if the batter moves? But 5 to Durham. 1 ball to come this over.
Little bonus there.
9 off it now.
Appeal from the keeper. No interest from anywhere else. That one's turning well down the leg side. Aldridge just getting himself into a bit of a frustration, a bit of a muddle. He's 10 from 13, 16 overs done, 1, 2, 3 for 4.
Yeah, but 10 off that over, like we say, for their trump card. Just a little bit of shift in the momentum, obviously heavily helped with that 5 wides. But doesn't matter how they come. It looks like we've got the left arm seamer back on.
It's got to be Javed, yeah.
He's got 2 left, hasn't he? Yeah, so he'll finish that end, you would think.
Then maybe 1 from Anderson.
Yeah. And now, I mean, Amir and Moali were absolutely fantastic for Notts the other night, having these death ballers is definitely a trump card for any team. But Ackerman, 45 off 33. He's playing a very good hand for Durham at the moment.
This is cut away nicely, and that will run away for 4. Beautiful shot, Colin Ackerman. Using the pace, using his wrists. Getting that away from Nick Potts, who's done some good work out in the deep. And away for 4. Moves on to 49 now, Ackerman.
And like you say, Ash, it's those wrists, the bat speed he manages to get on that ball, to get it past that sweeper for 4 is not an easy thing.
Just moving the third a lot squarer. Backward point comes into that fly slip position on the discs. He's going to come back over the wicket now. This is where can you just squeeze it past that man? It'll fly down here.
Sort of into the pitch, must be into the pitch.
Yeah. It's down the leg side. Did it flick the thigh?
Ackerman doesn't think so.
Oh, goodness me.
Umpire Mills does.
I tell you what, it's just missed leg stump. Ackerman's gone across his stumps there. I think that's a good call. Gordon Mutchell's not convinced. I've got me bowler head on these days, Mutchie. Ackerman jams out a Yorker and brings up his 50. Really important knock from Colin Ackerman. 4 fours and a 6 from 36 deliveries. And a pretty subdued celebration.
That's a fantastic innings for me. Not you wham bam, thank you ma'am sort of innings in T20 cricket. He's really used all his experience there to get Durham into a decent position here at this stage.
Aldridge lays back and that slaps it. Doesn't get all of it, but he'll pick up a couple. Out to our man Nick Potts in the deep. Can Aldridge just get going here?
That's it. I think he's almost got a free rein here. 12 or 14. He's had a bit of time to get used to this wicket.
Is it almost free hit mode for him now? Every ball
think
must
so.
go.
Death hitting mode for him. And when he hits it, it stays hit as well. So I'm sure that's why he's been sent out there. Not only just to run it around, like we said, he's fast between the wickets. He's also got the power.
Well, that's the end. That's a beautiful Yorker from Jarvid, who's been superb today. Left arm round the wicket, right on the money. Off stump, flies out of the ground. Jarvid picks up his 3rd. Durham 130 for 5.
What a delivery that was. As like we said, he probably got the inkling that Aldridge is going to start looking to hit those boundaries, and he got that right on the money. Which brings in Bryden Carse. Another man who can hit the gaps, run hard, but also clear the boundary.
That's a beauty, that. You're not hitting that. Especially when you're looking at a batter who's your nose going after you and you're hitting the... Not massively impressed with his follow-through there, right down the middle of the wicket, although I'm sure Durham probably won't mind that, happening to bowl next. As you mentioned, Bryden Carse. A couple of games back now from injury.
Great to see him back after pretty good Ashes.
Yeah, he did. I think
leading wicket taker.
Yeah, he fought hard, didn't he? He was one of the
he never gave up.
Few that could walk away from that tour with his head held high. Lost a bit of cash by all accounts, but he chips this one out into the offside and will get off the mark. Another fantastic over from Jarvid, who has 3 overs, 3 for 14. Durham after 17, they're 131 for 5. Yeah, rumours that he was at a calf, wasn't there, and a couple of grand went flying out of his pocket on the Ashes tour. And went, yeah, I'm sure he had a few people trying to help him pick it up.
Be nice to have a couple of grand in your pocket, let's be honest.
Yeah.
No, not ideal, that. But no, great to have him back, and another wicket taker for Durham. Obviously, that extra pace. Another great athlete in the field as well.
Yeah,
he is a 3-dimensional player.
He really is. Hopefully he targets this nice and straight to start. Last over for Mokim, who's been very effective. This one's chipped down. Can they get back for two? Ackerman touches and goes. Whiteley fires a throw in, but it's not in time.
Fantastic running from Ackerman.
That's the disadvantage of having a left-hander, I guess.
He's had to run round it.
Yeah, he's just had to run around it, throw a little bit off balance. He's done some good work down in front of us tonight, Gordon.
Again, straight over the top of the bails again, though. As he's looking at that sun as well, just to add another little complication.
And that ends that. Brief appearance from Cars as he slaps that one down to long off, and you might have heard the oh no from Gordon Mutchell. I didn't pick it up initially off the bat, but I knew exactly where it was going. Cars' short stay ends on 3.
And he's just shaped as if he was trying to get that extra cover gap. He's just got a little bit too straight, and another easy catch in the outfield. As we do have the right hand, left hand now as Ben Rain comes to the crease. And again, we're just losing wickets in clusters again. But we don't have time to dwell on it now. It is 2.4 overs left. Get as many as we can.
Just fell off the shot, didn't he? That left armour going across Bryden Cars. You almost want to just slice that a little bit. He's probably hit it too well, down to long off.
And I think with the mystery spin, you just get a little bit extra help, don't you? You're not quite sure where it is. You can't set them feet quite as early as you'd like to. And again, another well-timed shot just to field it on the outfield.
Ben Rain is off the mark immediately. So he gets one down to Jack Morley, who might have a little shiner after copping one in the head off one of his fielders earlier. But spin has been very effective. Ackerman settles for a single. And you're right, what you mentioned earlier, you almost feel like the new batter coming in has got to pick up and almost let Ackerman just bat through the innings. Oh, there's only 2 overs left after this one. Rain target the short boundary. No, he cuts. He cuts well. It'll find Potts out in the deep.
He's been a little bit unlucky last couple of games. Rain
Picked out the fielders, hasn't he?
A couple of sweep shots again where I'm not sure he was trying to go for 6 a couple of times. He just timed them so well and found that sort of deep square leg.
This one's cut away. And it'll just be the single, but Ackerman will keep the strike. Ends the spell from Safian Mukim. He finishes with 1 for 32 from his 4 overs. Durham 137 for 6, 2 overs remaining. So you'd think 150. Can they push up to 160 off the last couple? Yeah. Shoaib Bashir's done some running on and off the field as well. Fair play to him. Not thinking he's too big for the old job at Gatorade mixer.
No, absolutely. Real team player. It's an important job on a day like today as well, Ash. That sun's still beating down.
Yeah, I did enough of it.
Ditto.
Must make us good watchers of the game, wouldn't she? Always looking to see who needs a drink. Javed to bowl the 19th and his last. It's another excellent Yorker. It's carved away behind point. Ackerman must have thought about 2 briefly, but no chance there as Potts does well.
Another fantastic delivery. Jamming it right in there. Giving them no chance to get underneath that ball. As Rain lines up the leg side.
Just bringing that man behind point finer there. Oh, Ben Rain, you're a genius. How you haven't played that onto your own stumps, I do not know, but it's 4.
I think that's right off the toe end there.
Yeah.
But a good option. Again, with the pace on. He's got across his stumps there and just helped it on its way. And as you say, if you just miss that fielder,
Let's hit that over the top of the stumps.
4 every time. It's now long off comes in. Fine leg goes back. So it gives Rain an option. If he can get underneath it to go over the offside. I would think he'd be jammed into the pads though with his field.
It's short. It's heaved into the leg
that's a good
side.
gap.
Be a couple. So 7 from the first 3 balls. 144 for 6. Wanting at least one more boundary from this over.
Absolutely, and that's obviously that little scoop shot's got him off plan A. He was just jamming that Yorker in well. He's had to go into the pitch. Rain finds a good pocket 2 again. It's good. If we can just pick up another boundary here, it is going to be a fantastic over for Durham as we move up towards that 150, 160 total.
It's a good delivery, and it's again hit out into the leg side. Just be the single this time. It's been very impressive today, Javed. 3 for 22. Just 2 balls left of his spell. Will it be a match-winning spell?
Absolutely fantastic. Now, third man fine legger up. Long off is in. Have they got the? We've got 4 in. So leg side's heavily manned. The 2 square men on the offside, and
That's
that
a beauty, but Durham will take all 4 of those. Another excellent Yorker, but the pace runs away. No chance for fine leg to stop that.
And again, with pace on though, Ash, you're
think
better off with your. If you're trying to jam a Yorker in tight, you don't need both these guys out here. I would think you'd be better off bringing that man in and putting his fine leg back.
Ball into the pitch and pace off. It's got to be the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, he has got his Yorker right. It's just obviously with that fine leg up.
Unless you, yeah, you're right. Unless you just change the field totally. $12 off the over.
What a
Ackerman
shot.
slaps that over cover. He doesn't get that length right, and that's what I'm saying. Your margin for error, if you hit the pitch in the middle and take pace off, is more. He's bowled 2 decent-ish balls there, and one's been almost. He's megged himself for 4, and that one was slapped away beautifully over cover for 4. Brings up the 150 for Durham, 153 for 6 with an over to go.
Absolutely, that's a fantastic over. As you say, he's bowled a really, really good spell there. A little bit unlucky there. Ben Rain gets a chalk ender for 4, 1 through the legs, and then just hits that half volley length. And Ackerman's up to the task.
It's gone for 30 in the end. Still take that all day.
Oh, absolutely.
But that was hammered, wasn't it? Beautiful shot over cover. A real Ackerman special.
And is it Potts to bowl this last
It
over?
will be, yeah.
And
I'm
that's
surprised they
always
haven't
the
gone for
case.
Anderson, to be honest. But maybe Nick Potts is their death specialist.
And like you say, with that left-hander, we have got the slightly shorter leg side here. Fine leg, third man up. We've got deep extra cover. Deep backward point.
Pace off all the way, isn't it? You would have thought. And outside off stump, which is gutsy with your third man in the circle.
I'd be hitting this one here if I could. Run.
Pace off.
Wide. Oh.
Useful wide there.
Just died in the pitch as well there. Ash, another good sign.
Potts is not impressed with that decision by the look of it. Just see if we can have a little re-watch. Run the stream back a little bit. It's tight, isn't it? Probably just wide. But you're right, that it did pace off and died in the pitch. Rain edges and is gone. Unlucky there not to just get something a little bit further on that to get it past the keeper. Potts gets his reward for bowling to that field. Still think you could probably drop your third.
Absolutely, it's an interesting field, but Again, they were taking that short leg side out of the equation.
Yeah.
And like he's teetering with that wide line with the first one. Went against him there, and he's just got a little edge off Rain to claim his second wicket.
It was a nice little knock that from Rain, wasn't it? Gave a little bit of energy at the back end of the innings.
Yeah, going little smart options there with his little scoop.
9 from 6. Matthew Potts is the new batter to the crease. 5 balls left in the innings. 160 you have to feel is minimum here. Can Potts just get Ackerman back on strike? Potts v Potts again. Saw that in the championship game.
And he's gone. All the men out on the leg side. As you would think it would be slow balls into the pitch. Maybe it's the odd Yorker at his heel.
Or a bouncer. It is that full ball. It should be too, as that one's clipped into that big gap. That wide long on. Brings a couple. 156 for 7. It's DJ Wiggy's going through the old repertoire, getting the crowd involved. Normally Neil Diamond time, isn't it?
I'm sure that'll be on in the break.
Maybe later on. A few more beers deep. There's a slower bouncer. It's helped away into the leg side. And they'll just take the one, which brings Ackerman on strike. There's still 3 balls left of the innings. 157 now for 7.
And that was the right option there. I think you could have tried to risk it, but would be a new batter on strike while Ackerman's there. 61 or 44. Ideally, you want him on strike.
Don't you? Facing as many balls as possible, Gordon. I don't think I've called you Gordon as many times. Normally call you lots of other nice things. Ackerman hits that perfectly, does he? He does, yes.
Get in.
Oh, it's going to hit him in the back of the head. Oh, we had a great view of that throw coming in.
It just tailed at the last minute, which just saved him.
Did Whiteley. Must have thought he was in for a catch there at one moment, and then that one just the perfect club.
That's we've been a little bit unlucky, just timing it straight to that man there. Little miss hit into the gap there for 2. 2 balls left. Durham 159 for 7.
So you feel almost
get one boundary here.
Yeah, bonus balls. Oh, he does well, Ackerman. Very, very clever. Reading the full ball. Getting down low and paddling. This has been an outstanding knock from Colin Ackerman, who's 67 not out with a ball to go. Takes Durham past the 160 mark.
Absolutely fantastic. And one of the buzzwords from the coach, Ryan Campbell's problem solving. I think Colin Ackerman's put on a little bit of a show, which hopefully will be a match-winning knock.
Much needed. Much needed. They needed one of their batters to stand up tonight. Crowds in. Crowds amongst it. Last ball of the innings. It's slapped down the ground. Can Whiteley get there? He does well. He's been brave out there, hasn't he? He's nearly took another one on the chin there. Ross Whiteley will be glad that that innings is finished. Durham will end on 165 for 7. Thanks largely to a fantastic innings by Colin Ackerman, who ends 69 not out from 44 balls. Ben McKinney got the innings off to a little bit of a flyer early on. Here's the other notable contribution of 31 from 15. But Durham have set Derbyshire 166 to win. And Gordon, you take that at the start of the game?
Yes, obviously the first 2 overs going for 6. And a little bit of a counter punch from McKinney, but I thought the way Durham sort of held that innings there, they held the nerve, they've got us to score on the board, and I think we've got the bowlers who can defend that.
Right, we'll be back in around 10 minutes' time with the Derbyshire reply. They need 166 to win. Well, welcome back to the Banks Homes Riverside for the run chase. Derbyshire with Aaron Donald, one of the stars of the tournament so far. Much you were just checking over his stats a little bit earlier.
Yeah, 390 runs at a strike rate of 229 is an absolute fantastic start of the season. He'd be wanting to finish strongly.
Need to get hold of him nice and early. As Durham look to defend 166.
That's it, and you feel as if this power play is going to be key, Ash.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Martin Anderson is joining him out there in the middle. You almost feel that Bryden cast with the new ball is going to be crucial here. Pretty regulation field, a deep square leg and a third. The field is outside the circle. And that's carved away over point. First ball, and we'll skip away to the deep point boundary for 4, to the silence of the Banks Homes Riverside.
And that's it, Ash. They've gone away from that almost set field now in the power play with the 2 men out square, third man fine leg up. I'm not sure you'd have stopped it any kissing on me, a bit behind, but short and wide I don't think is the way to go on this wicket. Ash, I think we can learn from Derbyshire and try and hard length, give them no room to swing those arms.
Oh, and a play and a miss. A little bit of shape there for Cass.
That's absolutely, and that's what the extra pace does. Good hard length, moving away, big drive. As Donald looks to try and get as many boundaries as he possibly can. That's obviously the way he's gone all season. But a good comeback from Cass there.
Lights are on. First clouds of the day really rolling in. Donald doesn't get any of this, or does he? He gets at 1 bounce for 4. I thought he'd spliced it straight to mid-off. But that's a hard length and a hard shot from Donald, who is in no mood to mess.
That's it, he's not coming to run it round. He's gone from ball 1. And like you say, Ash, he is the big scalp Durham want.
And he goes into a ramp. Does he get it over Parkinson, who goes back and takes a brilliant catch? Celebrate like you know how, Callum Parkinson. He is pumped. That head's shining in the lights. That's a big wicket.
Huge wicket, never easy. Having to turn, run over his shoulder, take the catch. He hit the ground very hard there. We had a concussion test earlier on. I'm not so sure. I mean, Parky bounced up. He knew that was a big moment in the game. Typical Callum Parkinson style. He got his mitts round it and made sure it wasn't coming out. And that is the danger man gone for Derbyshire.
I'm not going to lie, he was making me very, very nervous there, Donald. And that's a really well judged catch by Callum Parkinson. You just can't keep him out of the game. I'm sure he'll open the bowling from the Lumley end as well. Sorry, from the Finkel end.
I would be surprised if he didn't, after we saw there was a bit of help for the spinner earlier on.
Cass picks up the big wicket of Aaron Donald.
Action-packed start there, Ash.
Yeah, that's what you want from T20 cricket.
Anderson's also had a pretty good year. 338 runs at 42 at a strike rate of 155.
Slip in place. Ridiculous. Get him fined. He's left one. Just seen Donald play 35 shots in 3 balls, and Bin Naeem's come in and left one.
He's just had a sight. He's allowed a sight there. And as you said, might be a little bit of assistance there with that slip going in. Aldridge, a man with some big buckets. He's took some fantastic catches this year in the championship, from what I've seen just on the stream while you've been commentating, Ash.
He has indeed. Pulled away. We'll find the sweeper. A wicket and 9 runs off over number 1.
And it is Park Hughes handing his cap.
Absolutely.
To Gareth Cross. A little glisten off the head there with these floodlights.
It's a beautiful sight. Gorgeous day, gorgeous night here in Chesley Street. One of our favourite sights is this ground under floodlights.
Absolutely. And it was always a highlight when you were turning up and you played under lights here.
Do you remember them old temporary ones? Like they were
a
brutal,
nightmare.
weren't they?
You couldn't see.
Parkinson anyway into the attack. Just getting a bit of PTSD there. Sure, we played Sussex here, didn't we, one night?
Yeah.
And the old generator floodlights were on, whereas about half the size of these ones. And that's hit down to long off. Gone, gone and gone. Parkinson does the job. Bin Naeem has to go. Durham have 2 in the first 2 overs. And Derbyshire, after a flying start, at 9 for 2.
And that's sort of been the tail of the tape, hasn't it? Wickets in clusters. Another well-timed shot.
Big buckets. Your man taking the catch.
Yeah. And for any kids watching, the way he sets his feet, he just
Aussie
watches it
style
right
as
into
well.
right into his hands. He's obviously a very good catcher, but he absolutely makes sure it goes in there. And a fantastic start for Durham. Just what the doctor ordered. 2 wickets in this first over and 2 balls.
Wayne Madsen, the new batter to the crease. Muchie, a man who's just about seen it all and done it all in the county game.
Absolutely. And I was thinking about this morning. I'm sure he trialled for Yorkshire when you got 140 in the second team when you were trialling for Durham. I didn't want to bring it up, but I have.
Keep talking, mate. He's off the mark, is he? No, good work from the skipper. I think got 80 on the second innings as well, mate. But we won't talk about that.
I got 100 as well, but I didn't want. No.
It's not about us.
But I think Yorkshire definitely missed a trick, was the point I was trying to make. He has been an absolutely fantastic servant for Derbyshire Cricket Club.
Oh, there's a little bit of turn there, Muchie.
And has the ability to play that Colin Ackerman role. Fast wrists.
Yeah, you're
hit
right.
the gaps, run it round.
Those hockey wrists. This is good from Parky. He's a ball away from a wicket maiden.
That's it. He's just giving him no time to settle. He fires through these overs.
Yeah, he does.
Madsen has a little walk to the leg side, compose himself.
That's a beautiful shot. You talked about wrists. That's inside out, over, extra cover for 4. Finishes the over with a boundary. But Durham will be happy there. 13 for 2 after 2.
Absolutely. In part, you just give that one a little bit more air. Asked Madsen if he wanted to try his arm. He tried his arm, came off this time.
Oh,
if we had
crowd, Muchie.
Wow, look at the size. It's 2. I thought it was 1. It was double. That looked unbelievable. Monkey's blood.
And he's give them all to the kids as well.
Flake.
What a guy.
Yeah, but he stuck his hand in there. He got a free lick. So that's good tactics. That's one I use often. What a fantastic shot that was, though. In to out, like you say. Very good hockey player. Got good wrist sweeps. Hits those sort of mid-wicket gaps, extra cover gaps very well.
Anderson's first ball. He gets on the front foot. Gosh, trying to get that ball up, trying to get it to swing.
And we've gone for the more traditional third-man fine leg.
Yeah.
Up.
Very
Them two
square again.
square men, so hit the pitch hard. Like you say, there's a little bit there. They had a slip in. The slip's now come out. Not always easy when the lights first come on.
It's that funny twilight, isn't it?
Yeah. That's an immaculate line length. Hopefully you can just make him hit them off there.
Oh, it's a big shout. It's a big shout. Milnes is not happy.
He's just gone across his stumps there.
He's
and
got outside the line.
Got outside the line.
Yeah, you're dead right, mate. Cast with the double teapot on this occasion. Milnes just letting him know that was outside the line and I'm the boss. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And it's that hard knee roll length again that you can't quite get your hands through. And it's the extra pace as well.
Yeah, it is pace. I was just about to say it's good to see him in rhythm so soon after coming back from injury.
He doesn't look like a man that's had a big layoff, does he? I'm sure he got his volume in the nets.
Oh, that's a bit high, but straight. Muchie's finger was straight out there. You can tell he's blue and gold all the way.
That looked closer than the last one, but Cast didn't appeal this time. I knew my eyes were going.
Hit him in the armpit, mate. I'm still appealing.
I have the absolute pleasure of playing with a lad called Chris Stewart.
Yeah.
And he comes out with some of the most magnificent appeals where... I mean, he's an absolute legend. I'm not sure he knows the rules yet. He's in his 30s, but he always makes a Saturday a lot of fun, does Chris Stewart.
Oh, it's a long way across there. It's a no ball. So it'll be a free hit for Derbyshire.
And speaking of Chris Stewart, he sometimes struggles with the free hit rule. He celebrated a few wickets off no balls. Sorry, Stewie, I love you really.
Free hit's whipped away. And well enough to get to the boundary. Anderson off the mark with a boundary.
And that is the batter's dream when you're still on north, struggling to get off the mark, and the ball just slightly oversteps. And he's put that one nicely over mid-wicket. Cast going for a little bit, trying to get the Yorker in there, I think. Just missed.
Another no ball. Trying to drive on the up, run out chance. Lots happening here for Cast. Just, I guess, coming back, bowling, not quite in sync yet. It'll be another free hit.
That's it. Sometimes, like you say, he looks as if he's in good rhythm. But just getting back into the match intensity sometimes makes you overstride.
This one's hit out into the leg side. Some work to do. It's Souter out in the deep, normally patrolling there. Does well. Saves a couple. So it's been a long over. Still 2 balls left. 21 for 2. So 1 ball left in the over.
And what's not ideal as a Durham supporter is that Essex have managed to bowl Hampshire out for 130 within 15 overs.
Oh dear. Anderson plays and misses. That ends the over. 21 for 2.
Obviously, with Durham needing Essex to lose their last 2 games and us win both of ours, like you say, you like to have things in your hands, and fortunately we haven't been quite consistent enough to have that. Obviously, still a small lifeline there. I'm not sure what the wicket's like down there. Obviously, with some hot weather around, it might not be the best.
Matthew Potts into the attack. This one's whipped away out to Colin Ackerman. I'm sure we'll see him with ball at some stage.
That's it. Like we say, we've got plenty of all-rounders, plenty of options for Leeds tonight. Nice to have 2 men with genuine pace in Potts and Cast. And then we've got sort of Ben Rain, the 2 spinners, Casey Aldridge, and the part-time of Ackerman.
That's hammered away.
It's not stopping.
1, 2 bounces, 3 bounces, and over the rope for 4. Strong from Anderson, using his feet.
With some football music coming on there, Ash. Are you tuning in tomorrow night, or
is the World Cup still going? Is it?
Are you not English yet? You've lived in England more than you've lived in Australia now, surely.
Very true. Not a chance. This one's nudged away out to the sweeper behind point. I just want to see another Harry Kane interview like he was on helium for the last one.
Oh, I mean, what did I must admit, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and thought I'll just switch it on, and obviously it's been delayed, so I watched the last sort of 30 minutes. What a performance that was. Talk about backs to the walls, big damn burn.
Yeah.
I mean, all 10 of them on that field there were outstanding.
Won't beat the man in the covers. Yeah, I slept like a baby, mate. Never watched a kick.
No, it was. No, it's good to see. It was a nail biter as we just invited them on for the last 15 minutes. I thought, but no.
It's always the hope, isn't it, England?
Ahmed Tuchel knew what he was doing. Get big damn burn on there. He's got a good record against Haaland as well. Oh,
just dying in the pitch. Could
be
be a good sign for Durham, that.
Be interesting to see if he rolled his fingers over that or was just hit the pitch and died. We saw that a couple of times in the Durham innings as well. There's an off cutter. Nice little change up, and that's going to be the way to go. I think, like you say, have a look with the pace on, and then I'll be going to these cutters now. I think I'll be giving Ben Rain and maybe an over next.
Just glides in pots, and again pace off. Can't beat 45. 7 off the over, 28 for 2 after 4. You'd take that.
Absolutely. I think Ben Rain is coming on. He sometimes prefers to pull this end, but he's a man who can adapt.
Tidy start from Durham. Callas coming out of the attack. He's bowled 2 overs, has 1 for 17. Healthy crowd in tonight. There's the Sunderland crew up there by the look of it. They're behaving themselves. Down the pitch, drives, won't beat mid-on. Casey Aldridge making absolutely sure of that.
That's interesting. I noticed that the Derbyshire keeper didn't look to come up the stumps. Obviously, Madsen using his feet to get down the wicket there.
Sometimes I think Rainey likes to, a bit like Collie used to do, like to have a bouncer up his sleeve and maybe keep the keeper back for that. It's Anderson advancing down, struck in the pads. You know, almost had to force Collie back in the day to have the keeper standing up.
Yeah. And he almost made those middle overs his own. Collie with his little slow balls there or thereabouts.
Stump to stump.
A little bit both ways. I just feel as a batter I'd want to be able to get down
100%.
The crease.
That's 3 balls out of 3 that Rain's bowled, that they've advanced, and 3 singles.
Yeah. And it might be that they feel as if the court behind's on and they want to give themselves every chance. I think Ollie Robinson's absolutely fantastic wicketkeeper though. He always flies under the radar, just does his job. And genuinely does stand up.
It's a tough ground to keep on. Nicely driven. Can a direct hit bring a wicket? Oh, you feel that would have been gone. Skipper.
It was a lovely pick-up. Just bounced up beautifully. Got his hips and shoulders in line and unfortunately just fired it wide.
Ran well, Henderson, though. He's pretty quick between the wickets. Big fella.
Yeah, he's handy. He looks a handy cricketer.
I thought he bowled really nicely.
Yeah, no, he did.
A few songs starting to ring out in the stands. There's that slower ball. Yorker nearly gets the wicket of Madsen. So close.
Had a lovely little bit of dip on that as well,
Good
Ash.
loop. Good loop.
Outstanding piece of bowling.
I can't believe
from
how
Rain.
close that was.
Deserved a
Umpire
wicket.
Mills got the old double teapot on, so it must have been close. Oh my God, it actually swung in a little bit as well.
Some excitement in the crowd. Ash, is someone?
They're up and about. This one's heaved into the leg side. They're set off. And a little knock on at mid-wicket. Ends a pretty steady over that from Ben Rain. 5 singles from it, 33 for 2.
That's it. As that last one bounced beautifully into Lee's hands. Yeah. Clark, he just got a little bobble in front of him.
Keep it in front.
Scrum down Derbyshire.
There's a moment of brilliance coming from Clarkey. Not been in the game yet.
He's definitely got his experience and his seniority hat on there. He always gets on that
There's the
shaded
lads.
side.
Look at the lads getting revved up in the crowd here.
Someone's got a nice pink
he looks
dress
lovely in
on
that
there.
pink
Might
dress,
be a stag do, or he maybe did something untoward on the weekend and was better to do that.
Hit down the ground, hit firmly. Parkinson attacks the ball. I like that.
You shall not pass. Making sure he got everything behind that there, Parky. No chance for a run out.
That was a chest barrier, wasn't it? That wasn't a long barrier. That was getting everything behind it.
And that's it. With all this sort of dry weather, you can see sort of the irrigation lines or sort of drainage. It's going to bobble a little bit on there.
Hit into the leg side too. Sweepers out in the deep. McKinney is one of those who does the fielding.
And another fantastic mover in the outfield, Ash. So natural, picks the ball up on the run.
Makes
Doesn't
you
have to
sick,
check
doesn't
his stride. A nice strong arm to go with it.
Yeah. Still a creature. He's got some more fielding to do here. Got a few footmarks just in front of him there to deal with. Gareth Cross gives him a round of applause for getting that in on one bounce. I like that. That for me is brilliant player management from an umpire. Yeah. That's good quality. Good crack.
And as I say, as a player, he was always fiercely competitive, but be the first one to come and have a bit of crack with you after the game.
Well, this hit full and back over his head. Couple of skims across the outfield, and Anderson picks up another boundary. It's just a little bit of pressure building here on Derbyshire. 40 for 2. Couple of balls left in the power play.
That's a fantastic shot. He didn't miss by much there. It was a...
That's right. I think that margin of error. Can you hit the pitch? I think your margin of error is bigger if you hit the pitch.
Especially with the 2 men out here. Yeah. Pace off into the pitch.
And with your
Make him play a big shot. Oh, pace on into the pitch is gone as well.
Gone away in a flash.
Just got the line wrong there. You need to be the other shoulder. Just straight down leg. Helped on its way.
Back-to-back boundaries. 44 for 2. 1 ball left in the power play. Can you close this power play out, Matthew Potts? Not high enough and too straight.
It's that one where you just get a little bit of width on it. It opens up the offside, but not ideally where you want it to slow ball, Potsy. Oh, he's got us.
A single to finish the over and finish the power play, and a frustrated Matthew Potts kicks away the footmarks. 45 for 2 after the power play. At the same stage, Durham were 54 for 3.
That's it. Obviously, 1 wicket less down, but a few runs. I think both teams will be reasonably happy after the power play.
Normal rhythm of the game here, Muchie, Souter and Parkinson.
Absolutely. And I just hope Souths can get that little bit of movement both ways, keep the batter guessing.
Kids going crazy there for a few t-shirts.
Oh, look at
Market
those.
director Dave Jackson out in the crowd, along with River and Chester, the mascots. A few yellow t-shirts fired out.
Oh, they're all over the moon. There's one kid got 2 t-shirts there, Ash. That's not fair.
That might be for me.
Oh, he's thrown one back.
Put them both together for me. Souter it is into the attack. And again, drives this into the pitch. It's clipped away. Timed nicely. Good fielding and good teamwork out in the deep. Keeps that down to 2.
Who is that Aldridge out there? He's
Casey at long on.
Long on.
I think it might be Rainey at mid wicket. Oh no, Rainey's in
Rainey's
front of us. Yeah, good from Souter. I think he's realised the length.
I think the length is key. Ash.
Can you just, as a batter, can you just get deep and get under that to that shorter boundary? But that's the risk.
And he comes at you a little bit, doesn't he? So it's not easy to do that.
This one's cut away out into the deep. Colin Ackerman doing the fielding.
I thought it was quite interesting, Ryan Campbell's interview actually at the end of the Notts game, where sort of Robert Ash said, oh look, Parky and Souths had bowled really well in the middle, and he sort of said, well, Souths hasn't really got going, he's not done as well as he would have liked, he's got a few things on his mind, and I thought the way he bounced back at Leicester the last game was absolutely fantastic. So it might have been a good little bit of man management from Ryan there, I feel.
Yeah, clipped away into the leg side. Madsen will just happy to collect a single. Might be Matthew Potts out there actually at deep mid wicket. Yeah, 2-month-old baby on the go for South. Yeah. So not getting to see a lot of her, and this tournament's probably come at a really poor time for that. He's on the road quite a lot, so I'm sure the missus will be onto him, and I think he's got some family over from Australia as well. So yeah, there's a bit happening for Souths, but you're probably right.
And I think there's one thing you definitely can't doubt with that man is the effort.
Oh, he loves it.
Every time he turns up, he gives 100%.
Loves it. He's got his black cockatoo haircut back going as well. Needs a headband.
Oh, googly.
It's good from Souter. Good control, just a 5 from his first over. That brings up the 50 for Derbyshire after 7 overs. 2 down. And we are going to see the spin twins in operation. Big Callum Parkinson bowled an excellent first over. Picked up a wicket and went for a 4 off the last ball. He was closing in on a wicket maiden, wasn't he? And lovely hands from Wayne Madsen just opened up the offside. But a nice little rebuild here for Derbyshire.
And it's almost similar to that Durham innings, isn't it? Where they need to just be busy in these middle overs, give themselves a chance at the end.
It's tucked away into the leg side. That rate required just nudges 9 now.
That's it. With this sort of leg side field, you almost given them one, but McKinney and Aldridge cover the ground so well. I think that's excellent captaincy from Lees, having those two out in this hot zone.
There you go. Mentioned the hot zone. Back at it. I think Aldridge is about 6'5" and McKinney 6'7".
Twin
They're
towers.
both moving incredibly well. Oh, that's good. Parkinson attacking the stumps. I like the length. Try and hit the top of the stumps. No step hit.
And that's what you're waiting for as a batter, isn't it? Something you just get under, get step hit like McKinney did so well.
Not big boundary straight. And that is beautifully swept. But it will find Colin Ackerman out in the deep.
And that's it, like we praised McKinney, where he opened up all areas of the field. These two batsmen here looked leg side, looked open the offside, gone to the sweep, putting a bit of pressure back on Parky here.
Oh, that's the length, isn't it? Really difficult to sweep that length.
I think he just took a little bit more
Yeah.
pace off as well, didn't he?
100%. Maybe a bit more overspin on the ball. Got some bounce. That's a gorgeous shot. Uses his feet beautifully. Last ball of the over. Parky will be filthy. But great batting from Anderson.
That is great.
Turns a 4-run over into a 10-run over. And we said that a few times about the Durham innings as well, didn't we?
That's it. I mean, the Durham batters don't tend to use the feet there. But again, Parky's landed on that length like we talked about. And he's just turned that length into that step hit with a couple of shimmies down. And again, didn't try and overhit it. Hit it straight back over his head for a well-controlled 6, which just then adds the pressure. Where's Parky go next time? You don't want to just let him run up and bowl that length all the time. So some fantastic batting there from Derbyshire.
Just try Ackerman from this end.
Yeah, it's just obviously that matchup, ball spinning in. But like you say, hitting to the longer boundary might not be a bad option.
Tends the ball at quicker and into the wicket as well. Talk about quicker and into the wicket. That's about as fast as Souter will bowl one today. 50 partnership came up as well for this pair. Anderson the aggressor, he's 35 from 26. Madsen just ticking along. Lovely hands. I'll think of two, but they won't get it. As McKinney does really well. Fires that in.
Absolutely, and that's an absolute trademark of players who play spin well, is able to wristy manipulate that ball, find the gaps.
It's keeping that full face at the ball for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Sweeps and sweeps well, but will just be the single. Down to Graham Clark out in the deep. So you almost feel now that every over without a boundary is a win for Durham.
Oh, absolutely. We just
hanging in there though, Derbyshire.
Keep picking up wickets. That's what we need to do. As he goes across the stumps here, and then goes back.
Another knock on. A little bit of footwork at the end from Lees, keeps that ball in front. A wry grin from the skipper. 4 singles so far. Will Madsen get the reverse out?
I was
Loves
just
the
thinking
reverse,
that.
but there is a sweeper out behind point. He sweeps normally, and we'll find Potts out in the deep. So 5 singles. This is almost where we were in the last over before Anderson went downtown, went big.
That's
Can Souter get out of the over?
A little bit harder against Souter with that sort of ball spinning both ways as he just opens his blade up there. He's gone back to a conventional stance now. He might be looking to try and get a fine sweep away, possibly.
We'll go over cover. Oh, he finds the inside. That's a brilliant over from Souter. 6 singles from it. Derbyshire after 9 are 66 for 2. Not a million miles away from Durham at the moment.
You know, and that Douglas Lewis is sat at 67, so they're just one behind that. It's definitely evenly poised here. You feel Durham just need to try and break this partnership.
Yeah, bring a new batter to the crease. Let them have to start with a softer ball. Ben Rain is going to replace Parkinson. And this time you have your wish, Ollie Robinson, up to the stumps. That might indicate, especially with 3rd and 45 in the circle, might be a lot of pace off here to the big boundary. And this is hit straight to Souter, who shies and hits the stumps. But Anderson is quick and gets home. Gareth Cross not interested in the slightest. Good bit of fielding though from Souter.
Absolutely fantastic. And Aldridge has worked hard to get there to back it up. Direct hit, but like you say, Anderson's electric in between those stumps. Madsen looks round.
Slaps that. Again, we saw a few from Ackerman similar, using that bottom hand to really whip through the ball. Ben Rain might be the one who tries to reverse sweep. Those 2 fielders in the circle.
Yeah, he did just have a little glance there. Like I say, Rain's also got that faster Yorker, which he sometimes fires in with this sort of field as well, so just to keep them honest.
There is that delivery, Gordon Mutchell. Anderson, oh, that's a horror throw.
I mean, it's just a good puff of dust everywhere at the moment, isn't there? Where, I mean, it's almost impossible to keep any moisture in the ground at the moment.
Yeah. Been a bit of equipment malfunction, which has just been fixed, I've been told. Issue with the pump that gets the water around, so hopefully that can start getting some more water into the outfield and get it looking back to her best. Great bowling range. Just all the pace off that inside edge into his foot. Actually like the angles they've got as well. That McKinney's quite square out there. There's a big gap in between long on. But they move so well. That's probably why they have that big gap there. He's pushing even. Casey Aldridge is a little bit wider. And McKinney even a little bit squarer.
That's it. Madsen
Almost
just
like an
shaped.
off-spinner's field. That's hammered. Aldridge has some work to do. And does it very well to keep that down to 1.
That's outstanding.
Anderson just struggling with his knee there a little bit, I think. Just favouring his right knee as he went to turn. That could be something to keep our eye on. Just the 4 singles from the over so far. And again, we come to that last ball of the over. That always feels like it's a big event. This is whipped away into the leg side. And it should just be 1 more as Aldridge fires that in, and we'll get the wrath of Gareth Cross. And that is the halfway point of this run chase, 71 for 2. At the same stage, Durham were 82 for 3.
And the hydration break comes back on.
Ah, stop it.
I particularly liked sort of Durham had moved that field a bit squarer for Madsen there. Give himself room, try to open up that gap straight down the ground. He's just a thinking batsman, isn't he? He's always sort of looking where he can manipulate that ball. And I just feel Durham really need to get him. If he's batting at the end, I fancy Derbyshire to win this one.
Yeah, 95 from 60, so 9.5 now, an over required. Lovely crowd in tonight. A beautiful evening here at the Banks Homes Riverside. We've had some fantastic weather.
Oh, what a summer we're having. Last 2 summers have been absolutely fantastic.
Anderson, I'm not sure if he's just got a little bit of work done there, but he's pad off and physio's out there. Just gives Durham a little chance to regroup. This partnership at 62 now. And you're almost looking at winning the next phase of the game, which wasn't Durham's best.
No, that's it. And Essex have got off to a decent start, 30 for 9 after 4 overs. Not what the Durham hopeful were hoping for. Faithful were hoping for, should I say.
All you can do is take care of this.
Oh, exactly.
Worry
There's a game on here.
Yeah.
And you would think 4 overs of spin from our 2 main spinners, and I think you're right. I don't know whether he waits until we maybe take a wicket before we try and get a couple out of Ackerman, or we go now. It looks like it's going to be Souter again. Obviously with Ross Whiteley, another man who's had a decent season with the bat, coming in a left-hander. They might want to try and save Ackerman for him, possibly.
You got Montgomery as well. So still plenty of batting for Derbyshire. This one's punched off the back foot by Anderson. Moves on to 42, and Derbyshire move on to 72. Oh, has he got all of that? It looks like he has. Slog swept into the stands. 6 for Madsen.
And he's sort of 3 sweeps last over. He's been eyeing up that shorter leg side. That's the first one. Just a little bit of width. Managed to get his hands out and get in front of mid-wicket, in between mid-wicket and long on. Fantastic shot.
Cuts away nicely out to Colin Ackerman, sweeping. Just feel Derbyshire just happy, aren't they, going along at the moment? In a good spot here.
I think they've identified that the spin is going to be the hardest suit.
When there's no chance of rain, but you normally look at Duckworth Lewis as a good indicator, and they're right on it.
Yeah.
In fact, they're in front by a run. Oh, this one's sliced in the air. Down to long off. McKinney comes in and takes a really, really good catch. And that's a big wicket for Durham and a big wicket for Salter. As the dangerous Wayne Madsen goes for 26 from just 25 balls. But as that wicket just swung things a little bit back in Durham's favour. Still on a knife edge this game, Muchie.
Absolutely, but I think that's a huge wicket. As you say, I think he comes in the left-hander now. Montgomery's got right and left-handers in. And I just think Madsen's experience on a tricky, turny wicket was a little bit of worry for me, but we've got the back of him. Fantastic catch from McKinney. Sliding in on those knees. Hopefully, like a celebration of Harry Kane later on tomorrow. Actually, no, he'd better stay off his knees. He's getting on a bit. He might pull a fetlock.
Sauter bounces back, went for 6 earlier in the over, but picks up the big wicket of Madsen.
You've sold me a dummy here. She's a right-hander.
That's Montgomery in. Yeah. Oh, Sauter, brilliant fielding, and he is pumped up. Nathan Sauter picks up the wicket, and a great bit of fielding off his own bowling to finish the over. 80 for 3 after 11.
Fantastic over again after going for that 6. Pulled it right back. Obviously, the massive wicket for Wayne Madsen.
He wasn't at his fluent best, but you felt the longer that he batted, the more important it was going to become for Derbyshire, especially just probably keeping Anderson calm as well out there. I know Anderson's had a good year.
And I like this from Lees. Bringing back his trump seamer. Try and get 2 new men at the crease. He goes across his crease back.
Oh, is it going to bounce onto the stumps? Nobody was sure, especially not Anderson, who set up way outside off stump and then backed away.
He's done that a couple of times now, sort of gone and then moved. I just think he...
Stay still.
Yeah, well, or move early and set. He's almost on the move, still getting in position. He's letting go of the ball there. It was all happening there. Bat was moving around. The ball was...
There's a lot going on for a dot. Pulled away out into the leg side. McKinney doing the fielding.
His third man goes back. One comes back in to the new batter.
Yeah, you want to make him earn a boundary. You don't want him to nudge one down to third man using the pace.
Absolutely.
For him to hit the ball hard down the ground if he's going to earn that boundary.
Let him risk it first ball. Trying to hit cast back over his head's not an easy thing.
Montgomery tucks this away into the leg side and we'll pick up a single. Off the mark.
And the body language of the Durham field has just gone up a notch with that wicket. Sauter clapping his
quiet
hands.
In the crowd though, hasn't it?
Like it has. I think they realise this is...
It's on the line. Is this out? Yes, 2 new batters at the crease now for Durham as Anderson whips that one. And a good low catch from Colin Ackerman in the deep. Really nicely judged. And Cast picks up a wicket and Durham break through twice to get rid of Madsen and now to get rid of Anderson for 44. And Derbyshire are 82 for 4 with 2 new batters at the crease, Muchie.
And that is exactly what Alex Lees wanted, bringing back his trump bowler. And a fantastic catch. I'm not sure he picked it up straight away. Obviously, he's got the sun to contend with, the floodlights on. Didn't panic, got down, and took it a good sort of foot off the ground.
I think he knew as soon as he hit it Anderson he was in trouble. Similar to Ollie Robinson, didn't really go through with it.
No,
just chipped it nicely and timed it. Harry Kane, the new batter. DJ Wiggy trying to get the crowd pumped up with a bit of Eye of the Tiger.
Bit of Rocky. And I think starting on this wicket's not easy. 2 new men at the crease. Montgomery 1 off 2. Came yet to face. Can we get a squeeze on here? Extra cover, backward point have come in. Mid on and mid off are still on the 30-yard circle. But a pounced ready to go.
What a good short ball. Yeah, Harry Kane batted beautifully in the championship game here. Carried his bat for 100. He's got a lot of work to do and a different innings to play now.
Absolutely, and that partnership with Anderson, Madsen was just beginning to threat to get going, but getting rid of both of them, like I say, 2 new men at the crease. You'd say advantage Durham now, but it can swing quickly.
It's tucked away into the leg side. Parkinson does the fielding. Yeah, you go off that indicator of Duckworth Lewis, and they're 12 behind now. Ends the over 83 for 4. After 12.
Souter going to ball out. Looks like he is. Takes his cap off.
What a beautiful night here. Families enjoying the night. Loads of kids in the ground. School coming to a close, which is a great time of year for both of us. Not so much for the parents.
No. Well, yours. I think he's too old now. I've still got to entertain mine too for the holidays. So Adam's still at school. Ethan's off. I broke up last Friday. So I've been enjoying this.
Your independent schools are never in.
Lovely weather.
Kane flicks his way into the leg side.
Longer days, Ash, longer days.
Oh, yeah, of course, mate. Yep. Feel for you. Oh, this is carved away.
What a shot.
And carved away nicely. Does it get the bounce he wants? It does. From Harry Kane's point of view, does well. Opened up the offside. McKinney in pursuit, no chance. Important boundary just to get this partnership moving.
That's it. And as a partnership,
sorry,
you cannot just sit and rebuild. Obviously, the game moves so fast in 2020 cricket, and he just opened up that offside beautifully there. As I say, just checked and spun away as Lees makes an adjustment. McKinney's now going to deep extra cover, and he's going to field it. At mid-off.
Oh, it's a big move, that.
And it's possibly something they've talked about in the meeting. He likes to go in out, and they feel that's a higher risk shot for him, possibly. The challenge has been laid down. Be interested to see whether he takes it.
It's a good comeback from Souter. Flat out, straight out. Keeping the stumps in play. Yet to see Aldridge with the ball. Might not be his kind of pitch, although tall and into the pitch, taking pace off might be useful.
Yeah,
maybe the ball at the death.
He was definitely practicing those slow ball bounces in the wall.
Just the single. Big couple of balls for Souter to finish here. It's been a nice spell for him. 27 off his bowling so far. Picked up the big wicket of Madsen last over. It's an excellent shot from Montgomery. All the way. Talk about risk and reward. He's got right across his stumps. And that's a fantastic shot. Not a bad delivery at all from Souter, but great batting.
Absolutely fantastic. And you can see in his setup that he likes to go square, sort of front elbow, point towards mid-wicket.
Probably thought he was in the game there, Souter, with a wicket.
Back lift to sort of gully.
Well, that ends Souter's night with the ball. There he is, Neil Diamond. Called it after a few more beers. 1 for 33 from Souter. Derbyshire after 13 and 96 for 4. 70 off 42. So 10 and over required.
And here comes Parky.
Still 2 overs left for Parkinson. And Harry came sensibly, giving Montgomery the strike, who's off to a flyer. 12 from 6, Montgomery.
And like you say, that's almost the perfect drop into the leg side there, but there's a high risk too there taking on Aldridge and McKinney. It's a sort of 10 yards off McKinney, 5 yards off Aldridge. Oh, can he get round?
Oh, watch it check. Be brave, Parkinson. Be brave. I like this from Harry Kane. Just feeling that Montgomery's the one who's going at the moment. He wants to strike as much as possible at the moment. And it's hit inside out and doesn't carry. Nearly had their field placements perfect as the 100 comes up for the Falcons.
Very similar to when Durham bought their 100 up.
It's neck and neck.
Get it, Parky.
Love your competitive nature, Mucci. Get it. Get it. And again, you feel a big ball here.
Absolutely.
No boundary.
Dot brings the pressure. Not so sure about
Parky,
that one,
yeah,
Parky.
I think that's wishful thinking, but I love your enthusiasm. But it is a dot ball, just 4 runs off the over. And 100 for 4 after 14. I like the fact he's asked Gareth Cross as well. What do you reckon that? That's not out.
They might have played a little bit of cricket together when Parky was on the Lancashire sort of academy.
Yeah,
growing
well,
up.
from Bolton, isn't he?
Second team cricket maybe, so. But another good over from Parky there. Get the pressure right on.
And he's still not getting that wicket, no matter how much cricket he's played with him.
I'm not sure many are giving that one out.
Matthew Potts into the attack to replace Souter.
And Potts has gone for a few runs in the power play a couple of times, but he's always come back so well.
He's a competitor, isn't he? And he's always in the game.
Yeah. You could see he was a bit frustrated after that second over. He sort of kicked the turf.
11 and over required. This one's hit. Oh, over mid-off, just by Montgomery. Looked like he was trying to pull it away to the leg side, and it just faded away off the bat. Like Gordon Mutchell at Close House the other day, slicing away off the blade.
It was going all which ways apart from straight. No, and I'm going to give him a little bit of credit there. I think he's targeting straight, sort of mid-on and mid-off up. It wasn't a bad ball.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one, isn't it? Pace off into the pitch is very, very difficult.
And I think every time he has gone to that cutter, they've really struggled. It's maybe not his most natural ball to bowl. It's very effective, especially when you can bowl 80, high 80s, 90 mile an hour, and then get that off cutter in.
It's just the 5 bowlers used so far for Durham. Straight to mid-off and gone. Montgomery never balanced in the shot. And his little cameo of 18 from 10 comes to an end, and Potts picks up another wicket. And if Durham can just keep chipping away and bringing new batters to the crease, then they're in with a real shout of winning here. Alex Lee's taking a comfortable catch at mid-off.
Absolutely fantastic catch. I think it just highlights again Derbyshire moving around the crease, not getting themselves set. I think that probably was there to hit, but because he's on the move, can't really get his hands through them and get that contact he's looking for. And here comes another big batsman for Derbyshire, Ross Whiteley, a man who can definitely clear the ropes. He's got 266 runs at 33 with a strike rate of 166, third leading run scorer.
Yeah, it doesn't hang around.
And he comes in at the death, so he's had a pretty good year for Derby.
This is where you want him in as well, where he can just go in and express himself.
Absolutely. 5.5 overs to go.
Matthew Potts will be thinking again. He's coming round the wicket here, but taking that pace off and almost bowling off spin at him. In fact, he shoves on straight up his nose first ball. It's a good bouncer. Almost faked that in his run up there as if he was going to bowl that off cutter.
Yeah, and then pulled it back.
He looks quite pleased with life, actually, Matthew Potts, with that one.
Yeah, and I think that's... Cars obviously came in and bowled a bouncer to one of the earlier batters. It's hard to hit your first ball off your nose end for 4 or 6.
Especially at that pace. Still mentioned, we're still in that almost that twilight phase.
Oh.
Lights have not taken any massive effect. Whiteley waits that one nicely to think of a second. But again, you've talked about the athleticism in the field. Evident again there with McKinney racing in off the boundary.
I think that's about 5 runs we've saved.
You'd be itching looking for 2 there back in the day, wouldn't you?
But always itching. But no, I don't think there is. It's like you say, a wicket now. It's not the end of the world, but it's not ideal. These two need to get the majority of these runs, you feel.
Yeah, just about 2 a ball now. Drop and run, not a chance. Not a chance. Great over from Potts. Went for 4 first ball. Bounced back beautifully, picking up the wicket and only going for 5. He has 1 for 24. Derbyshire 105 for 5. At the same stage, Durham were 113 for 4. So not a million miles away. But really good finish to the innings for Durham. In particular, they had Ackerman all the way through to the end.
Yeah. Speaking of Ackerman, here he comes.
Matchups.
And also I'd highlight the way Ben Rain anticipated that ball there. He's dropped it at his feet. He knew it was hard length, and sort of as a backward point, you know, if he goes into the pitch and it's straight, it's going to go into the ground. You can get going, try and close that angle down, stop and get running there. Durham seem really dialed in at the moment.
61 from 30 balls. Ackerman to bowl for the first time tonight. And he starts with a dot. You talk about matchups to the left-hander. He's not going to turn the ball much, Ackerman, but he will drive it into the pitch.
And I like this. It's almost like you've got to come at him straight away. Ross will want you to take a risk early on the innings. Oh, is he Megs?
Megs. Ollie Robinson, can they get around to save it? They do. Is it a couple of byes or is it a bottom edge? It's a bottom edge.
Bottom edge, I feel.
I've seen a few of them run away. So Durham will be happy that's only gone for a couple. And what Ackerman will do as well, he'll get through the over really quickly and just keep building that pressure. It's a good swing of the bat. It's a lovely swing of the bat and away for 4 in the gap. That is the danger of it. And you're talking risk and reward here. That is the shorter boundary today over towards the Jeff Cook suite.
Again, it's a nice gap though. There's obviously a lot of power in
shot.
there.
It's a really nice shot, especially to play that so early in your innings.
Bit of width, probably the length wasn't quite right there either.
Oh, it's skewed off the outside edge. And I'm not sure Parky's picked that up particularly well there. He's run back a long way, taking the ball on the bounce.
Brave bit of ball on there. It was
Harry,
wide, make him drag it.
Sorry, Mel. Harry came now. I'll have to hit the off spinner to the long boundary, and he does. And he hits it down towards me. I could just about reach out and catch that as it bounces off the top of the fence and is held in the crowd. That's a wonderful strike, that from Harry Kane. Keeps Derbyshire really interested in this game. 48 from 25.
And that's what you say, that matchup for the left-hander. Unfortunately, when the right-hander gets on strike, he's going to be looking to do that, I think.
It's a lovely
he's going to go again, I feel.
His coach will be very pleased with that.
Martin Moxon used to love that.
Yeah. Boundary to one. Cheers, Frog. Hope you're well if you're listening.
Definitely. What a man. Someone I really enjoyed working with.
Yeah, lovely fella. Lovely fella.
The Frog. Played a lot of my career with him as coach, so I've not heard a lot. Is Frog, is he involved anywhere, or is he?
I'm not sure if
he's
he's
a bit of time away.
Yeah. I think with everything that went on at Yorkshire, that kind of put pay to him a little bit, which is a shame because he's a great man. Managed to catch up with him a couple of years ago when I was working with Durham Uni down there, and he's such a good fella. Always had time for his ex-players when you saw him, and
no, absolutely,
a lovely bloke.
And we were very lucky to prize him away from Yorkshire, I think, when we did.
Yeah, indeed. Cass to bowl his last over. This one's cut away out into the deep. It'll just be a single. As the lights now just start to take a little bit more effect. .120 for 5. 2 a ball now required. 46 from 23. You can feel the tension here at the Banks Homes Riverside.
Making sure they get the field right here. Fine leg goes back, third man up. Long off into mid off. So we've got leg side out for Whiteley. Try and hit him on the heel, I think.
Pace off. Just another single.
So it gives you that bouncer option as well. But I think you're right, it's going to be pace off or cramping them. For the right-hander, we've got deep backward point, fine leg, deep square leg, mid-wicket, long on as well. So a similar sort of plan. Obviously the shorter side, the leg side now. Oh.
Helped on its way and all the way for 4. Harry Kane just on a little roll here.
Absolutely, and that was a man who set his base early. He probably got the ball he wanted. A little knee-high full toss sliding down leg side. Managed to avoid fine leg. Much needed boundary for Derbyshire.
Evening to everybody in Chesley Street Cricket Club watching on. Got the stream going in the club. Cheering the boys on from a couple of 100 metres away. The Keats. This one's into the pitch and Cass bowls well. Dot balls are gold at the moment.
Are you giving the crowd credit for that dot ball, or is it a crowd catch, do you think?
Oh, they're thinking catch all day.
Chester been playing tonight, or the...
So the Twos are up at Newcastle City and they've won comfortably. So, yeah, good win for the boys. 140 played 107. Oh, that's toe-ended to mid-on. And keeps his powder dry. It's Casey Aldridge. Just get out of the over now. Any further damage, 7 from 5.
What ball are you going for here then, Ash?
With this field, you're going to try and almost slow a ball into his hip.
Fine, legs coming up.
Yeah, maybe not now. Definitely slow a ball though. Maybe a little bit more off stumpy. Just there, mate. Just like that. Great bowling to your field. Well done, Bryden Cass. Ends his night. 2 for 28 from his 4.
That's a fantastic return. 2 no balls thrown in there as well.
Yeah. 39 from 3. Up to 13s now. Ben Rain still got a couple up his sleeve, I believe.
Here he comes.
And one more from Potter. And that might just about see us home.
And that was the combination against Notts last time out here at the Banks Homes Riverside.
Could always risk it and go Parky, but I'm not sure with a left-hander out there. Maybe if you had 2 righties, it's worth a shout, driving it into the pitch.
Ben Rain just needs to get rid of Ross here then.
But you've got pretty safe. You've got 2 from Rain, 1 from Potts. It's probably the way that Durham will finish this off.
I think that'll have been the blueprint at the start of the game.
Slower ball whipped away into the leg side. It'll just be the single. And that's the beauty, isn't it, of having even just 1 over from your 6th bowler. It just gives you an option of...
Oh, absolutely. And as you say, Casey Aldridge hasn't bowled tonight.
Thankfully, we've seen no leg spin from Ben McKinney. Shout out to Neil if his old man's watching. He might be here. It's good from Ben Rain again. Pace off into the pitch, making them hit to this big boundary.
Absolutely.
Away to the LNER stand side over.
And again, Ben's had to cover sort of 15, 20 metres there, and there's absolutely no chance of 2. They still are being brave, even though sort of boundaries needed for Derbyshire. He's back on the rope here, but to the right-hander, they're still 10 yards off the circle, stopping those 2s.
Well bowled. Can't get under that. They're going to touch and come back for 2. Whiteley hesitates and he's gone, I think. No, he's just home. Wow.
Great awareness from Potts there to throw to Whiteley's end.
Durham are convinced that he's short.
Ollie Robinson has got his own double teapot going on there. What's the eagle eye look like on the stream?
Oh, it's bloody close, I tell you. You have to give the umpire the benefit there. I mean, not the worst result for Durham either, a 2, although you'd prefer Whiteley off strike.
Or out.
Out would be even nicer, yeah. I love the ruthlessness there, Muchie.
No.
Or out. Fired full and straight and into the pads. It's great bowling from Ben Rain. Gone for just 15 so far. Two balls left in the over. 34 from 14. That's 6. That's a magnificent shot off the back foot. That is one of the toughest shots to play to that length. But he got pace on it and he dealt with it.
He just looked like a sort of leg cutter. I think that's a fantastic shot down the ground. Much needed to Derbyshire. Go back to that Yorker, please, Ben.
Yeah, brilliant. I'll think of 2. But again, great moving, and what a pickup. You know, this kid's 6'7", swooping around like he's a little fella out there. Great athlete.
That's 6, I think we saved now. See how many we win by, hopefully.
27 from 12, Mucci. You would like to think that that's enough. However, that shot that Harry Kames just played off the back foot, and we know what Ross Whiteley's all about. This is definitely not all over yet.
That's it. I think if we execute well, though, that is enough. If we're slightly off, we give them a bit of room to get underneath or free their arms. I'm absolutely backing Durham from here. But Derbyshire are definitely not out of it yet. That's it. As we've got deep fine leg, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long on, deep point, slow balls, and into the pitch.
It's a Yorker first up, which is slapped down to long on. And Durham won't mind that at all. Just a single, 26 from 11. The need to get this into the teens, you would feel.
Absolutely.
Which you're talking, you need probably 2 6s in the over. You're not hitting a 6 off that. That's 2 really good Yorkers.
Absolutely, with sort of fine leg and third man up. Whiteley's not the sort of person who gets diamond dabs. Saw Ben Rain do it to good effect in the Durham innings. So if you can nail that Yorker, I feel as if that's the best way to go against him. Just give him nothing to get underneath. Long shot there in the middle from the 2 batsmen.
Yeah, hit 6s.
It's a free hit, I think he's just told him.
That is brilliant improvised batting. Can Cast get there? I don't think he will, and the outfield is rapid. It's an amazing shot, that, from Harry Kane. Almost a reverse pull hook. Maybe a bit of glove, a little bit of help. But got it away for 4. Much needed boundary. 25 from 10.
And I think that is the option, isn't it? With Potts now going to have to think of something else. His fine leg goes back. Made offers come in, I think.
Yeah.
So he's just going to try and close that leg side down.
Yeah, try and hit the base of middle and leg. Just there, Mucci. Good execution. They're going to think of 2. The throws to the bowler's end, and it's not in time. Potts is not impressed. There's a Graham Clark out there, I think, in the deep.
Yeah, I think he's got round throwing it in.
I think it's 2 all day,
Yeah.
especially at this stage.
You tap and go. You're getting in more times than not.
Again, excellent execution from Matthew Potts.
Again, I like the way Kame set himself early, moves across, gets ready to strike that ball.
Do you know what it is? That's really good work. Bryden Cast there anticipating that reverse, getting himself into an excellent defensive position to stop a boundary. 19.
What a shot again.
Yeah. I mean, Potts is bowling probably 80, 83, 84 miles an hour here.
Yeah. He's gone both sides there with his little scoops. 34th, 22. He's playing a real good hand for Derbyshire here.
Trip to the dentist. You talked about free hit. This is definitely one here. This needs to be big from Derbyshire. But again, they only need a couple of maximums to get back into this game. 18 from 7. There's a wide. Good take from Ollie Robinson. That's 17 from 7.
It's a little bit unlucky from Potts there. he saw him go to the leg side and he's only just got it wrong. Fantastic take from Robinson, though, having to move swiftly to his right.
Yeah, the last thing you need there is a little 5 wides. This one's hit down the ground, and it will just be a single. It's a pretty good over that from Potts. He finishes with 1 for 35 from his 4. And the Falcons will need 16 to win off the last over, which I assume will be bowled by Ben Rain. The old Viking clap is ringing out there. Maybe getting ready for Norway tomorrow night.
It's Emilio bringing the energy. And look at that sunset. Wow. He's had a nice start to his Test career.
He's fit in nicely, hasn't he? The only shame, really, I guess, was that he kept sliding down the order in that last innings.
Oh, it was
But there was lots more at stake at that stage, wasn't there? Bit of PR going on.
Here we go.
12,000 of you watching on. Bottom edge, perfect start to the over from Durham, just a single. And Whiteley just hasn't got going yet. 16 from 14. It's been Harry Kane who's been the danger man so far.
Interesting. Those fielders are still in off the rope.
I think
it's time to go back now.
Yeah, 2s don't hurt us really. That's hammered, and Ben Rain, did he get a hand on that?
Did get a hand on that. Fantastic. Half stop. I think it was going straight to Potts in any case, but
look good.
You don't want to leave it anybody else. You want to take control if you can.
14 from 4.
2 well executed balls so far from Rain. As I say, 3rd in the economy rate in the whole league.
Oh, and he gives Whiteley length, who absolutely smokes it. There's a few Derbyshire fans down in front of us who are up and about with that. 8 from 3. Jeff definitely changes the equation.
And that's twice he's gone into that pace off the leg cutter. The previous over went for 6 off Came. The off cutter there into the pitch.
It's length, isn't it?
Whiteley just got enough of that step hit. And when he hits it, stays hit.
That was massive. 8 from 3.
Oh.
I don't think it's going to go. It might be a couple of leg byes.
Great comeback from Rain. Right on the money.
Whew.
6 from 2. We love a nail biter, Ash. As the batters discuss plans again.
Just thinking if I took my medication this morning.
Oh no.
I have to double dose.
Is Whiteley going to be brave and try and scoop him?
6 from 2. Oh, it's a full toss and it's gone absolutely nowhere. Ollie Robinson takes the catch. Whiteley turns the square leg with a hope and a prayer that it's a noe. But
my
he's
eyes
gone.
are going. It looked low.
Yeah, nah, all good. All good. Just relax yourself, Munchie. Just relax. It was about thigh height, wasn't it?
Was a good 2 centimetres in there.
It wasn't a great delivery, I'm not going to lie. When I saw that come out of Ben Rain's hand, I was expecting that to disappear. But Ross Whiteley got nothing of it, and it went about a metre. Ollie Robinson takes a simple catch. Good awareness from him. So these are the things that you put to your players all winter. You're coming into bat, you need to hit one ball, you need to hit this for 6. I always tell my kids that this might happen to you, and they always just look at me and go, you're an idiot. But here we go. 6 to win, 1 ball, Nick Potts, Ben Rain. Challenge on. Harry came at the non-strikers and has watched the lot just about in this over.
I suppose it doesn't matter where you have your fielders, but you could almost get rid of third man fine like short.
Just get your biggest fielders in the right place, and they are. Last ball. And it's a perfect Yorker Ben Rain. And Durham win. Durham win by 5. And they get home. They've lost a lot of close games this year. But that'll be a good feeling for them going into their last game. The doubleheader at Lancashire on Sunday. They've done all that they can do. I'm not going to tell you anything that's going on down at Essex, because at the moment it's not great news. However, Durham have won tonight, and they've won well. They've fought hard on a pitch that wasn't easy for batting on, but it's been a great game of cricket, Muchi.
Absolutely brilliant. Ackerman's innings there, absolutely pivotal to that win, and I thought the death ball in there from Potts and Ben Rain was absolutely fantastic, with the spin twins doing their business in the middle. Absolutely fantastic. As you say, we need a miracle down at Essex, but we can only do what we can do, and that was a good performance from the boys there to finish off the home 2020 campaign.
Yeah, brilliant from Ackerman. Really carried that with some cameos with the bat. McKinney, Robinson, partnership's important. But Durham get home by 5 runs in a thriller here at the Banks Homes Riverside. Thank you for everybody for tuning in.